up.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
What? Let's go.
Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio.
Fresh out the can of 26,
Yeah.
he back on the strip, getting back in the mix.
Yeah.
What he mentions a gift.
Right.
You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this.
Real.
Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube you could go and visit.
Yeah.
Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn.
Real.
Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went
All right.
through it, so
what
you
it
ain't
is?
gotta go.
You know what it is. Unique Mecca Audio, man. We're in the house. We got a special program because I had a homie call me from Louisiana. He had a issue that was going on with his man on the inside, you know. So I'm letting you know now. I'm opening. Yeah, I'm opening up. Probably here. Okay, I'm opening up this new joint, you know, called call in, where you can call in and get one-on-one consultation with me. So if you want to talk, you know what I mean? I got the number up on the screen. That's the number when the show go off. Whenever you watching it, whenever you watching this, you could just come on and do what you got to do, and ask questions or whatever. But I ain't talking for free. You know what I mean? Because my time is valuable. So if you want to cash at me, you got a legitimate question, you could come up and ask me. Because this is about getting the bag, and you know this stuff costs money. And, you know, no disrespect. It's like it's America, man. All right. So I'm going to bring my man up. You know what I mean? Let's bring Ears to Christ up first. I got DC's finest coming in. You know what I mean? All right. Tell them who you are, big bro.
Man, what's going on is Ice having DC Fine Gangster. I'm representing DMV, all the youth all over the world, the hood and the ghettos all over the world in the country. So y'all want to check me out? Go to my IG, Is the Christ. Having DC Finest Gangster. If y'all got any personal questions y'all want to ask me, hit me up, inbox me. I might don't get right back to y'all, but I'm going to get back to y'all. You feel me?
All right. All right. So let's bring my brother up. All right. Tell them who you are, family, where you from, and you know how you got connected with me. Your mic is muted, family. Your mic is muted. Your mic is muted. All right. Go ahead.
Much respect, Unique. What's up, DC Christ? How you doing, brother? Hey, man, listen, I'm from Louisiana. You know, I reached out to you, Unique, because I follow Husan Campbell, right? And I seen y'all had an interview, and your story started popping up. So I've been following you for about 2 months, man. You know what I mean? I represent the struggle. You know what I mean? I come from the streets, but I'm no longer in the streets. That's why I can relate to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So tonight, you know, I got a few questions that I want to reiterate on. You know what I mean? I got 3 main topics that I want you to spit your most valuable jewels on, right? First thing I want you to tell me about is extortion in prison, the medical health, and
let's take one at a time. Let's take one at a time. All right. What's the first one? Is extortion in prison.
Right.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do, right? Tell them how we met and the phone call you had with me. Ask me that question now so that they can hear it, and then I'm gonna answer it, and Iz is gonna chime in to give you some perspective, you know, from somebody else's point of view as well, so that you know. I got another official brother up here that I stamped. That's official from back in the crack era. So you understand, that's DC's finest right there. I went and I got the heavy guns out here for the youth looking, so that you understand that this ain't worth it. We done did it. You know what I mean? We've been through that. So we telling you, don't go down that lane. So none of this is promoting none of that. You understand? Let's just get that 100. None of this is promoting none of that. So I don't care who want to twist it up or what they want to do. You know what I mean? We keeping it 100. We trying to let the youth know that prison is not worth it. And you know what I mean? To stay off the streets. We ran the streets. It cost me 26 years in federal prisons. And it cost Is, you know, a lot of heartache and struggles that he's going to share with you himself. That's why I got him here. So you could also talk to another fella, ex-gangster. You know what I mean? Like you got ex-President Obama. We got ex-crack era kingpin is the Christ up here representing DC. My man Larry Moe stamped you 100. You know what I mean? Antone White stamped you. You understand? Latif stamped you. ER stamped you. I mean, everybody stamped you. So that's why I brought you up here, because I'm showing that DC is official. Now, before I start, Brother Randall, you ever heard of Johnny Davis? They call him Fats from down your way?
No, brother. No,
Okay.
no, not at the time.
I'm sure the viewers know who I'm talking about. You got an official gangster. We're gonna, you know, he's still locked up. You know what I mean? We want to say free Johnny Davis, Fats. You understand what I'm saying? The brother Larry Moe, that's his homie. You know what I mean? And Larry from DC. I'm saying all this so you understand that people got, you know, when I speak on different cars with my stories on the YouTube, they think that it's like the cause is beefing. So I'm letting y'all know the cause is not beefing. Everybody's together. We on man time. If you a sucker, you get treated like a sucker. You a man, you get treated like a man. Just like on the street, you got suckers that's getting the bag and dudes extort them. They push on them and they do what they got to do. You understand what I'm saying? Because the weak don't need to be out there with the wolves, because the wolves is trying to eat. It's a wolves world when you enter the street. So I'm telling y'all, don't enter the street if you don't want the wolves coming. You know what I mean? If you ain't going to kill a wolf, don't go out there. You know what I mean? That's it. And we don't want you to go out there. So we're telling you, don't kill nothing. Don't hit the street. All right? That's my motto. Okay, what you say, big bro?
Stay on the sidewalk.
There you go. Stay on the sidewalk or stay on the porch and watch the fools run up and down like me and Iz did, because we was fools. And we telling you we was fools. So if you out there running the streets, I'm telling you, you a fool like I was a fool, and I'm trying to prevent you from going through that. You know what I mean? So before we go, I got a call on the phone that called in early. Go ahead, sis. What you wanted to say?
I just wanted to say that my husband saw a lot of your show. He said that you had a lot of positive messages towards the youth, and we're here located in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and we appreciate you.
Thank you. We appreciate you up here. And Unique Mecca Audio is the Christ, and my man Randall from Louisiana. You know what I mean?
Right. So
if you got a question, I'm gonna let you go on first before we go on with, with our thing. You got any questions, sis?
No questions. We just wanted to give you a shout out.
All right, well, thank you. And I got I'm trying to get new cameras and microphones. That's what took the joint a little long. And Cash App is appreciated the same way PBS. They do their fundraiser every year. It's coming up. You know what I mean? And y'all don't say they begging. So we're gonna have a YouTube dude say when a black dude doing it, he begging. But when PBS and NBC do it with Jerry Lewis, you know what I mean? They not begging. But like I said, we could use some Cash App to get all this equipment in proper, so I could give y'all the best entertainment y'all deserve, to try and prevent your youth from going down that road. And it ain't costing you nothing, but whatever you feel like donating to help towards the cause. You know what I mean? All right, sis?
Yes, appreciate you.
All right, thank you, and I appreciate you. All right? Okay. All right, so what was you going to say, Randall? Tell them what it was that you was dealing with, big bro.
Well, man, like I said, like everybody that you come in contact with say, they observe your knowledge and they watch you a lot, as well as myself. That's what led me. I seen the number on the phone. I called you and, I wanted some jewels. First things first. We got a guy, you know what I mean? He's in the feds right now. You know what I mean? As we talked about, we go just keep it on a discreet note, right? Because we got people that's watching from home, right? So I don't want to make nobody feel no kind of way.
There you go. Because we don't do that here at Unique Mecca Audio. I respect everybody because I respect men. All right. But we all have situations that we try and work out. And you could contact the number on the screen if you're trying to work it out. But like I said, my time is busy and valuable. I'm editing videos. I'm making videos. I'm riding up and down New York and going down to DC and Virginia and everywhere else to bring you content. So if you expect to talk to me, send me a donation. No disrespect. But go ahead, big bro.
Yeah, man. So my guy, man, he calling. His books is straight. You know what I mean? He got plenty money in the joint. So what? I guess the joint where he at is structure. What I'm assuming. You know what I mean? He made a call to the free world or to some higher ups which you would say as the police or administration, as far as trying to get a geographical transfer, right? So it got back to the guys in the car where he's at, and they felt like, you know what I mean? I guess they felt like he was disrespecting the code by going to administration for that kind of information about trying to get a geographical transfer. Make a long story short, they wound up telling him in order for him to survive, he had to pay $200 a month because he violated. It was supposed to be a violation. So now he's got to pay somebody in there $200 a month to survive his jokes at this time. So that's why I reached out to you, man. You know what I mean? Maybe you can enlighten me on why is this taking place like that? Is that how y'all run things, or is that how it goes, or what?
All right. Now, y'all see the question. I'm just letting y'all know, when you got questions like that, you got somebody on the inside that got an issue going on, and you want to get an OG perspective. I did 26 years in prison. I know all the codes. That's why I'm up here, because I ran with the best of them. You know what I mean? And again, you know what I mean? I'm not riding nobody, but I got to give props where it's due. We got good men. We got Larry Moore out of DC that run things. We got Antone White. We got my man Homicide Lou, aka Lou Sims. We got Faris. You know what I mean? And I want to let y'all know, welcome home to Matula Shakur. I was with Matula. He's one of the OGs that was in there that helped the youth from on the inside, and he pushed me even further to helping the youth from the inside. So, you know, let's all give a round of applause for brother Matula Shakur finally making parole after 36 years. All right. That's for brother Matula. But now to answer your question, first of all, family, I'm gonna give it to you raw, because that's all I do. You know what I mean? I don't sugarcoat nothing. I talk right to the point. So suckers don't like what I say, but men like you and Ears and the other men and women that's listening that want the real, I know they're gonna respect what I'm saying no matter how I say it, so they could play games with it or whatever. But for him to go to administration and ask for a geographical transfer to get back to Louisiana, you know, and he's in Chicago, ain't nothing wrong with that. You understand what I'm saying? I went to the administration for 26 years because they had me in Lum Park, Victorville, Atwater, ADX, Coleman, Florida, Lee County, Virginia, Raybook, New York. I done been all over the place. You understand? So you got to go to them, because they the ones that got to put your paperwork in, and they tell you what you have to do to make parole to be transferred. Let's call it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And they tell you got to take anger management, you got to take drug abuse, you got to take whatever. You know what I mean? And then you take that, and they give you 6 months to do it. You come back, and they have what they call unit team, where they give you a unit team hearing, and they look to see if you fulfilled those requirements they ask you to take. So for you to go to them and say, what are the requirements I got to take to get back to my homie Randall, because he's been sending me money and my other homies out there, and I want to get closer to home where I can see him. For a man to ask that, that's not ratting. For now, I'm going to give it to you raw. Like I already told you, this is 100 up here. We don't do no sugarcoating. For them to even go at him and say that he violated and he want $200, they treating him like a bitch. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just giving it to you raw. That's some sucker shit. Something he did when he went there that allowed them to feel like they could even say that. Because if a man ever told me that, I'm going in his mouth and I'm leaving the compound, forget a proper transfer. I'm getting what they call a man transfer. You understand what I'm saying? If any man tell me I got to pay to stay on a compound, he's extorting me and playing me like a sucker. You understand? Hit that like button, man, so we get this joint in rotation. Hit the like button. You know what I mean? Hit subscribe. You know what I mean? And the Cash App is on the screen. You understand what I'm saying? Now, we got another caller coming in. I'm going to get back to you, Randall. I want to get these callers in. What's up? Who this?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Oh, I like this. That way I could just see if I want to talk. All right. All right. Who this? What's up?
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Who is this and where you calling from?
It's Tiny.
Oh, how you doing, Tiny? Where you calling from, sis?
Atlanta.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you got a question, or you just listening and wanted to give a shout out?
I just wanted to give a shout out. Congratulations from Tiny. I'm proud of you.
All right, thank you. 26 years in federal prison. I'm out here trying to save the youth because nobody tried to save me. You know what I mean? I got heavy hitters up here. I got my man Is the Christ, DC's finest. I know y'all seen him on Vlad TV and everywhere else, but I brought him up here so you get a chance to talk to men of honor. You know what I mean? That stand on my code, that represent my cloth. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why this big bro is up here right now. You know? But thank you for calling in, Chinese. All right.
That's what's up. You taught me a lot.
All right, thank you. Keep watching, subscribe, and you already know, hit the like button. And like I said, I'm always trying to get new equipment, so let's get this Cash App going. All right? Yeah, smile every time I see that. All right, sis. All right. Yeah. You know, but, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm just trying to give people a voice, you know?
Hey, man, I can respect that, man. You got to do you.
To accept, press 1. To send.
Yeah. Hello? Where you from and what's your name, big bro?
Hey, this is Father and me, man. I'm in the ATL, man. I just want to say salute you, man, OG, man.
Thank you, big bro. Salute to you and ATL. I'm coming down there real soon. Big shout out to Cavario, my man. Let's not forget Big Travis from the Miami boys. You know what I mean? I'm gonna bring Travis up here. You got to meet Travis, man. He went from Miami up to Atlanta. And when he went up there, they labeled him as the Miami boys. He took a busload of his homies, you know what I mean, during the crack era up to Atlanta, and they did their thing. So they called them Miami boys. So y'all make sure y'all put in the comments to remind me to tell you all about the Miami boys and Big Travis back, official gangster from Miami. Big shout out to my man Jed Lee as well, Convertible Bert. You know what I mean? We got men down there. All right, Gregory Welch, you know, Snoop.
And they still talking about that. And you had my cousin on there too. You did that with my cousin, you feel.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. You know what I mean? Tell them about
that's the family, man.
All right, tell them about the legacy of the Miami boys, so they understand that I'm talking about gangsters.
Oh yeah, they still talking about that, man. Like 20, 30 years later, man, they still talking about that, man. How they brought the choppers up here, man, the dope up here, man, and how it was real, man. So anytime anybody came from Florida, man, it was all good up here, man. So that's why we got these non-profits and telling the youth, man, look, man, that ain't what's up, man.
There you go.
That ain't what's up. So we definitely want to link up with y'all. Like I said, we got our own non-profit down in Atlanta, man, the Father and me. Y'all can Google that, check us out, man. We all about the youth.
All right, but tell them what's your non-profit, big brother. Tell them what's your non-profit.
It's the Father in me. The Father in me. It's on Instagram. It's on YouTube. Y'all check us out. We doing some wonderful things, man. We pick the kids up. We teach them how to cook. We also have the mother and me. We also work with the young ladies, man. So we ain't leaving nobody out. And we love how y'all OGs coming home giving y'all a story, man. We salute that, man. You stood on 26 years, man. We salute that, man. We got to get in the same room, man. We got to get in the same room. So
now we're going to make it.
To the ATL, man.
Listen, I'm going to do a tour. I'm going to do a tour next month. I'm going down there for the big homie. Antone White just came home, got a big welcome home party. Like I said, when men come home, I'm invited. You know what I mean? We got Rudy Williams came home. You know what I mean? Had his big welcome home in Baltimore. I'm talking about men of honor. You understand what I'm saying? And none of this is to brag when I mentioned the Miami boys and them taking over. And he said they went down there with choppers and all that. They did that because that's how the streets is. So I'm telling you, youngins, we did it to get a bag. That don't make it right. You know what I mean? But we did it to get a bag. We ain't shoot nobody, you know, innocently or, you know, for clout or none of that. So it ain't no, you know, it ain't no excuse. We was wrong. I'm taking responsibility for that, just so everybody understand where we at and what Unique Mecca Audio is about. You're going to have people try and eat my back out and say something else, but that's YouTube. You know what I mean? But y'all see what I'm doing. So regardless what they say, you see my actions, you know, is legit and where we at with that. But thanks for calling in, big bro. All right. Now, so, you know, yeah. They got a question for you on the screen.
What is it?
It says is. Oh, okay. Now we're going to get to that. Don't tell me how to run the show. You're in my ear just to be there. Let me do this. You know what I mean? Hold on.
Is the Christ do, man of honor? Appreciate that. Much respect.
To send a voicemail, press 2.
Yeah. Hello, who this and where you calling in from? All right. They hung up. But as I was saying, for them to sit there and tell a young man that he got to pay to stay on the compound, this is another inmate, that's extortion, big bro. You understand? No disrespect. And if he continue to allow them to do that, someone else is going to go at him, and that 200 going to go up to 400.
It'll get worse. Get out of hand.
Speak on that, Is. Tell them about that, big bro.
No, it's going to get worse. It's going to get out of hand. You know, I don't know if the man ever did time, but if the administrative ain't working, like he said, the second thing that gets you out of jail, fuck with the females. They get your ass out of there. You might don't go where you want to go, but you'll be out of there for sure. You feel me?
Right.
You feel me? So, like when they moved me to Sandstone, Minnesota, man, I'm like, I ain't trying to run my points up to go to no pen or nothing. So, man, I'm hollering at the females 24/7. Man, you going to jail? I'm trying to get shipped. You feel me? I'm gonna try to run my points up. Neither that shit ain't work. To 18 months later, they send me to Texarkana. I'm trying to get close back to home. They send me to Texarkana, Texas. I'm like, shit. I ain't thought they could send me nowhere else. So I did the same thing down there. Big, fuck with the broads. Man, they ain't moved me because they know I wanted to get moved. So I got released from Texarkana.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just, you know what I mean? It just kind of threw me for a loop. You know that a person would have to go through that, man. You know what I mean? But like Mecca said, there's probably more to it than that.
Yeah, and you got to think about this. What car he in? What car he in?
I don't know all that. All I know,
his car shouldn't allow that anyway. So if his own car starting him or his other motherfucker. So who is starting him? His own car?
I don't really know. I don't know detail for detail. I just know it's money that has to be sent. Its demands have to be met, right?
Man, how long that shit gonna last? Like he said, it's gonna go up, and then what they gonna do? After they misuse him and get all this money, what they gonna do? Send him up top?
So I don't know, man. I ain't never dealt with it, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got
I
I don't know what time he on it, but he got to do one thing for me. If it was up to me, gate that shit, ain't giving you nothing. And if whoever the dude is trying to store them, see him. It might run his shit up, but man, hey, what else he can do? If you go up top, it ain't gonna be good for him neither. If you go up top, it ain't gonna be good for him. But at the same token, man, he gotta choose his battles and his wins, because if you got a whole car starting you against one little old you're dead, man, unless you get on some renegade shit, fuck somebody up, boom, then you going straight in. But you gonna run your points up. Shit, nigga might get fucked over, get more time. So you gotta lay all that shit on the line. He gotta lay all that shit on the line and see what it's worth for him.
Right.
You feel me? So
Unique, put your mic on, Unique.
Oh, my bag is try not to curse, because I'm trying to have them be able to show this in schools or whatever, so that they know more. I got a mission. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool. I got. All right, bet. But yeah, so it's on him though, because you don't know the whole 411, so you don't know if the dudes in his car starting them. You don't know what's really going on. So it's gonna get out of hand. It ain't gonna get no better. That's I can guarantee you that.
Exactly.
It ain't gonna get no better.
It ain't gonna get no better. So I mean, you gotta tell them to man up, man. You know what I mean? Let them know. I mean, like I said, we all had fights, man. You know what I mean? I got a story. I'm gonna give you all details about it. But my first fight, fight when I was in the county jail in Virginia when I got locked up on the kingpin charge was with a little dude from DC. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna front. We fought like some animals in that joint for about 45 minutes. I mean, we was rumbling. He was a little cockstrong dude. I'm gonna get into that in another joint with my morning 9 o'clock shows. But you know, after that, you know, they separated us because that's how they do. They get scared and separate you.
Right.
But somebody else, one of my homies got picked up at the airport with 2 keys at Norfolk Airport when I was in Virginia Beach jail. And when he came in, the little homie I had a fight with from DC was in the holding pen, but they were sending him up to another tier because of the fight we had. But he was telling them, he told him what range he going on. So he said, "Oh, you going up there with Unique? He from New York." No, that's official dude. That's my brother. I love him. We bop, 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 bop. And he ain't even mentioned nothing about the fight. He was on some man time. Because you know, men have discrepancies. You understand what I'm saying? As long as you don't pull no knife out, that's what happened, man. You know what I mean? You know, I don't but 99% of my best friends I had a fight with.
Fight with first.
Yeah, there you go. And I'm even gonna say one. My man Jeff to the left, my man Jeff in Jersey over in Teaneck. We had a fight. I might tell that on the joint. I'll give you a little brief synopsis. We had a fight over in Tina at the high school. You know what I mean? Over a dice game. But he wound up being my best friend, man, growing up in life. But that's what happened, man. So I just wanted me to really understand, you know, what's going on, because he's dealing with some issues with his little man. So as far as, like I'm saying, with your man, my big bro, you know what I mean? Don't you know, let him know he got to step up.
Right. Bottom line.
He got to step up. He got to man up, man. You know what I mean? We ain't put the knife in nobody or nothing, but we are telling them what his own father would tell him if he was 7 or 8 years old and somebody bullying him in school. You got to fight. You know what I mean? You got to fight for your manhood. And in prison, they try and take your manhood if you ain't going to fight for it. If they're already getting your money and you giving your money, you don't know if your girl giving oral sex to get it, if she having sex with your enemy to get it to send it to you. You don't know if your man, you know, Randall breaking the law to get it to you, but you ain't trying to have Randall break the law for you to go, you know what I mean? Give your money to another man. So you know, you got the other man pimping Randall. You know what I mean? And that's how it is, man. You understand where I'm coming from, big bro?
I'm listening at that. I'm listening.
Does this make sense? You got any questions? Anything you agree or disagree with or whatever, feel free to speak, because I'm, you know, we open, we having a conversation here.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is, man, I was just wondering if it's just, you know what I mean? If it's just on some bullet type time, like everybody got to go through that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if it, or maybe was he too friendly? Could he have been too friendly when he went up in there? You know,
but 9 times out of 10, the way I see it is, see, this is how it is, man. And Iz could vouch for this. Your 99% of the problems you're gonna have in prison or even on the street is gonna be with your homies. You understand it? You know what I mean? It's gonna be your homies. So obviously he went in there and he had his homies, you know, thinking that he was soft from the way he moved. So they sat back, they concocted the plan, and it wasn't just the one man you sending the 200 to. Everybody else trying to figure out how to get their way in. But the big man said, "Let me get mines. I'm gonna get this nigga for $200 a month." You know what I mean? And now somebody else is gonna push up on him and say, "Yo, you got to give me 250, 300, man." You know what I mean? Because that joint was foul. What you did, they talking about jumping on you. They talking about running you up top. The whole nine. You understand what I'm saying? So you know you ain't trying to really do that. Now, I got my brother that just popped in, because I always bring surprises. Because when I go up there, I bring men of honor. So I'm gonna bring another one of DC's finest up there, so y'all understand what it is. And before I do that, I want to give a big shout out to my big homies, my man Faris and my man, you know what I mean, Lou Sims. You know what I mean? Kevin Childs. We got men, you know, in our city, just like y'all got men. But I'm just showing them that we intertwine together, that we ain't on no geographical time. Let's bring my big bro up here. You know what I mean? What's up, family?
What's up, man? What's going on, Slim?
Tell them who you are, man. Yeah, you know what it is. Tell them who you are, where you from, man. Don't talk to them.
Man, you know we out that nation's capital. That's how it be, huh? That's how it be, man.
What's up, Mo?
We out the nation's got that nation's capital. That nation's capital, man.
Show that.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
Nah, everything good. A young man just called in and said that his homie went to the administration to try and get a transfer back to Louisiana from Chicago, and his homie said that he was ratting, so now he got to pay dues for ratting. What do you have to say about that?
They said he was a rat.
They said he was a rat.
Try to get a transfer.
He went to administrative transfer close to home, and they trying to say he did it the wrong way.
I mean, we don't know which way he did it. You know what I mean? So we really can't speak on that. You know what I mean? That's on them.
from what he said, Larry, is that he went to the administration and said, "What do I got to do to go back to Louisiana? Because this is too far from home." You know what I mean? That's all he did.
I mean, what you mean? What you gotta do to go get back?
Well, he just asked the administration for a transfer. You know how when you go to unit team, they say, "Larry, give me anger management because you don't put the knife in the 5 different dudes in 5 different prisons. So you got anger issues. Go take anger management and come back and see me in 6 months."
I mean, Slim man. I don't know where they done that one at, man. I don't know where that one came from, man. You know what I mean? So I don't really want to touch that one because we don't know all the intricate details about it. You know what I mean? So ain't no sense in touching that like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you pretty much got to. I mean, we don't know all the details, so so ain't no need to touching on that. You know what I mean?
But we just gonna touch on the details that was given to us to give a hypothetical. You understand what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna get into the
Yeah, I really don't want to speak into the intricacies of what's taking place on that end because I mean we don't know. So ain't no sense of speaking on that and being as though he went to the administration trying to get a transfer. We don't know what happened within that meeting with the administration. You know what I mean? So only ones know is his homies.
Okay, so what's the scenario that could happen to make that a violation? Tell that to the youth. Give a scenario of what could make that a violation. How could he have went to them and said something that would warrant, it be ratting?
The warrant to be what?
Ratting, telling. Because they saying that he was telling, and in order to stay, he got to pay dues.
Be honest, if they talking about he telling, I don't even want to touch on that, man. We can go on somewhere else, man. I ain't even going to touch that, man. I ain't even going to touch that one. We ain't even going to do that one, man. Because you don't really know the details, all the details of what took place. So ain't no sense of speaking on that. You know what I mean? I don't want to give a man a bad beef. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's that's what we not gonna do. You know what I mean? We don't know, so you just leave it, let it sit where it sit at.
Okay, but just so you understand, there's rules and codes within the prison, and if you don't follow them, you know what I mean? There's consequences and actions to that. You know what I mean? Meaning, I'm gonna give you a scenario. Let's say he go back there to go talk to them about a transfer, which is permissible. You're allowed to do that. But they say, but we want to know who's selling dope. So tell us who's selling dope for you to get transferred. You know what I mean? That's where Larry's getting at with this. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know how it go, man. You know what I mean? I don't want to give up everything that goes on in there. You know what I mean? We don't want to let too much out. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's different ways you can get transferred. You know what I mean? If you program, you can get transferred. And sometimes they just give you, your points to drop and you can get transferred. So it happens both ways. And sometimes when you go to unit team, they might not be trying to transfer you, and you might go over their head and talk to somebody like, look, man, I done did XYZ. Why I can't get a transfer? My points down, why I can't get it. Sometimes they don't give it to you. Like my points was low and they still kept me in a pen.
Yeah.
So I didn't hit an FCI until I got 6 months to get ready to go home.
How many years later?
25.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
25 years later.
Yeah. So that's what we let
me personally. I'd rather did my bid in the pen anyway. It's more better.
I heard that.
FCI, you be a little comfortable because I ain't gonna lie. When I hit the FCI, I wasn't on nothing. I was walking around my flip flops and everything. I ain't on nothing. I'm trying to go. You feel me? I'm trying to go, man.
You didn't do the flip flops.
Shit. I mean, when you already know, when you already don't put your lick down for so much, it ain't with so much you can do now. You on the FCI with dudes, you done ran into some motion, so they really thinking you on the same shit, but you ain't.
You ready to cruise?
Especially when you trying to get to that door and you trying to go, a lot of things you gotta let go. And sometimes when you trying to go home, you gotta change your friends. You know what I mean? You gotta separate. You gotta separate yourself from a lot of things. And that's what I did. but you still keep your principles intact. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That's just how that goes. You keep your principles intact. Whatever it is, that's just what it is. You know what I mean?
All right, we got a call on the phone. What's up, caller? Tell them who you are and where you from. Talk in the phone.
They've been about maximum service since I can remember, but it wasn't just about what they were doing. At one time, they was living a certain way that wasn't, what we have called righteous. And so when I started coming through the system from Oak Hill as a juvenile, and even over DC jail, there'd be a lot of guys that I knew that were for instance, if they call my name for mail call, mail call, certain old guys from my city will pull up on me like, man, Charlie, you from Tender County, man, this is King of Rock, them. So, when I let them know that I was, we could sit down and have a dialogue, stuff like that. A lot of dudes telling me, man, how it felt like how I was intelligent and the phone. And one day, this woman, this lady asked me, man, when I was going to jail, she said, man, Mr. Woodland, if your family so this and so that, what the hell happened to you? And my initial reaction, I was offended. That was the little boy in me. I was offended. Like, hell, you talking about my family, shit like that. And then once I went to my cell and I reflected, it took me back to a time when I was 6 years old and I was playing for my grandfather's team called the Woodland Raiders. I was horse playing in the huddle. My grandfather stuck his foot up my rear, made me walk across that street over on Langston Lane and put me on the football team. When my mother came to pick me up, I told her what happened. She marched me back over there on that field, and her and my grandfather was talking, and I can remember my grandfather saying, I'm not going to make it easy for him because his last name Woodland. But right then and there, what that did for me was, it was like that was my pacifier. And right then and there, at 6 years old, I had a problem with structure. I had a problem with authority. So I started rebelling. And it comes I'm talking about anything that was, I felt there was authority figure over my life, I bucked against it because I wanted to be comfortable. You know what I mean? So now I don't have a problem with stepping outside my comfort zone. I'm saying that I got a son, 13 years old, growing up here. Growing up over there in Southeast, man, and Shorty might be having a little bumps and bruises along the way, and I don't want him to think the certain stuff that I thought was cool when I was his age, I don't think it's cool no more. And I thank God for some of the experiences that I have and other people's experiences that I know about, so I can try to kind of redirect him in a way that I wasn't going.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped school early, a whole bunch of stuff, man, and I just want to give a shout out to both my big homies, man, Unique like the audio, man, and I try to be involved with the Calvin Woodline Foundation. That's a nonprofit organization that my grandfather still up and running with people, coming to resume writing, a resume, learn how to all of that, because that's what's happening. That's what's happening.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you, big homie, for calling in, man. It's appreciation, man. All right. All right, family. Yeah. So that's what it is, man. I mean, everybody got something to say because there's something going on, and they don't really know what to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hello. Yeah. What's up? Who this? Talk up a little louder, family.
I watch a lot of blacks, they got a reputation, but on the other side, like I hear on California, that of a big racial tension, they still like is that black? Are we strong on that side, or that's just
YouTube right now?
I mean,
Did you hear that question, Larry and
I'm live.
I can't hear.
What was the question? I can't hear. We can't hear.
Yeah, talk up a little bit, family. Talk in the phone. All right. Let me see. I got the volume all the way up on the phone. Talk up. Talk in the phone. You in the phone?
Yeah, I'm in the phone.
You can hear him now?
I give him a little bit.
It is. It's right on the mic. Hey, yo, you're gonna have to call back, homie, because your connection is real low. I don't know if this app acting up because too many calls or what. But just call right back, all right, homie? So, you know, that's what it is, man. But this whole program is about trying to prevent the youth from going down the same path we went down because we know it wasn't worth it. And we telling you it wasn't worth it. You know, that's why I got solid men up here, you know, that ran the street and they're legends in their towns, like I'm a legend in my town. And we telling you that it wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? So if y'all got any questions or whatever, my sister gonna put the questions on the screen so we could go with some of the questions from off the joint. You know what I mean? While we waiting on the caller. Hold up. Here go another one. Let's hope this is louder. Hello? Yeah. How you doing? Could y'all hear her?
No, I can't hear. I can barely hear.
You can't really hear. I bet it's breaking up like.
Yeah. Are you talking in the phone, sis?
Yes, I am. I'm close directly to the phone.
Yeah, I can hear you, but they can't hear you. Could you hear her now?
Okay, I can hear Lou. I can hear.
Is this better?
Yes, go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, it's a lot better.
So, salute to everybody on here. My question is, how do you deal with the nowadays youth with like the fashion trend and wearing like the tight clothing, and I guess as far as like loyalty versus the ones back in the day?
Y'all hear that, Larry?
I don't know what's going on with all these tight jeans and all this. I don't know what's that about. I like fitted. I don't wear nothing skinny. I don't need nobody seeing no veins, no none of that.
Could you hear him?
I mean, you know, I just don't know what's going on with the skinny things. You know, the skinny jeans thing. I don't know. But as far as the youth, man, it's just a different era from back then. You know what I mean? It ain't the same. I mean, like I always say, it's their turn, man. It's just what it is, man. It's their turn. It's just a little different from doing our era. You know, on our era, you know, a lot of stuff that was going on, it was really about something. Now today, everything that's going on, it ain't about nothing. Back then, everything was about that.
Yep.
It was about that dollar. Nowadays, man, it's just about anything. They just, you know, a lot of stuff, you know, it's just a lot of little old beef. They picking up and really don't know the history why the beef started.
Especially
that's what I that's
drugs and things like that.
She said, especially with the youth on drugs and different things like that, Larry.
Yeah, seeing back then, and back then, you know, and Iz can speak on that too. Like back then, it wasn't nobody really getting high.
No.
Weed wasn't really, you know, when nobody smoking no weed and all that. You know, you might drink a little bit, but everybody was about getting some money. Then whatever happened after that, then you know you deal with it like that. But other than that, man, it was, you know, everybody was on some money stuff. You know what I mean? So it just this era is just a little different, you know, because a lot of guys, you know, a lot of the men that was, you know, that they listened to, everybody was locked up. Everybody was locked up. So they
hold up,
really
Larry. She asked another
guide.
question. What's your other question?
Go ahead.
I said, do you think that they can be helped, or do you think they lost respect, like they don't know the history?
You think they could be helped, or they lost, you know, they don't know the history? What do you think on that as far as a solution?
I mean, far as like, you know, the beach they got and stuff like that, they really don't know the history behind the beach. They just picking it up. You know what I mean? So they don't even know what they beefing for. All they know is, man, yeah, my uncles and them was beefing with them back in the day. They just pick it ain't, you know, that's just how it is now. But, you know, a lot of us older guys, we really don't, you know, you just really got to reach, when you reaching out to the youth, they got to be able to connect with you. You got to be able to understand they struggle, what they going through. You got to. Because if you can't relate to them, exactly. And if you can't relate with them, it ain't going to work.
At all.
So when you talk to them, you got to talk their language, which though they understand. That's just like religion. You got to talk to the people in their language where as though they understand. So if you don't talk to them where as though they understand, they ain't gonna pay you no mind
at all.
I mean, the respect level, they'll know who you are and all that, and they'll sit there and hear certain things. But even if you talking to, if you be able to help one of them, that's cool.
A blessing. Yeah.
As long as you help one, that's a blessing. You just take one step at a time, just trying to help them. You know what I mean? But a lot of stuff now, it ain't really about that. It's about a dollar.
All right, last question, Larry. Hold on, sis. Big shout out to Draco from the 38th. Thanks for the super chat donation. Go ahead with your question, sis.
My last question: what do you guys think about that K2 that's trending?
Fentanyl.
What do you think about the K2 that's trending in the fentanyl? All right, sis.
Man, I ain't touching none of that. I ain't touching none of that. I ain't touching it. I ain't touching it. You know, I mean, you know, it goes with the time, man. That's just how it be. It goes with the time, man.
Yeah.
You never know. A couple years later, they might have something else different. So you never know, you know.
All right.
Hey, but look,
hold
man,
on, caller, 1 second.
I
We got a question on the screen. Y'all want it? Eddie Mathis was, you know, about his unique ears, or Larry ever did time with him. Talking about Eddie Matthews.
Yeah,
if anybody ever did time with Eddie Matthews. I haven't.
I did
time with him. The question is, have you ever did time with Eddie Matthews?
Lil Ed and one of the brothers of Petersburg. But I did Lil Ed with my motherfucking man. We was in ECI together back in 95, 96. That's my motherfucking man. Yeah, but I did time with one of the.
I know. Go ahead, Go ahead.
One of the time I was at Petersburg with both of us was in the Moore Science Temple, so I did time with Petersburg at the Medium, but that was it. One of the brothers.
Yeah, I know Ed personally. I know him. Good man. Good man.
Yeah, for sure.
I ain't never been locked up with him though, huh?
Yeah, good man. I vouch for that too. Good man.
Good.
Yeah,
good man.
Good man. A matter of fact, I met him at your cookout, Larry.
Great man. Yeah, I know you did. I know you did. Yeah.
All right. I went down there to Larry's cookout. It's the bomb every year. Tell them about your cookout so they can come down there next year. Let them know what the cookout's about.
Man, it sounds better when you tell it. How about that?
All right. Hey, yo, my man Kobe from New York came down there. I went down there. Everybody and their mother who was somebody was down there. It was love. It don't matter who, from Southeast, Northeast, Northwest, or Northeast, or wherever. It was love because they respected the host. You know what I mean? And, you know, everything was beautiful, man. I had a wonderful time. My man L.A. took me back to his crib to, you know, spend the night at his crib. I mean, you know, I met a young brother named Twin that was official. Free Twin if he ain't out yet. I know he got in a little situation, but he was doing something positive too. But it was beautiful, man. And whenever you hear Larry having a cookout, y'all need to be there, man. You know what I mean? Because it's safe, it's official, you know, plenty of food, plenty of drinks, good times and fun. All right?
Always, man, always. Well, look, man, I ain't got much. I got to get ready to get out of here, right?
But well, thanks for coming in,
Hey, It's always love, big guy.
He said 1 second, he's doing something. All right. So go ahead, caller. What's your question? We're gonna get to the question on the screen in a second. What's your question, caller?
My question is, I've been on the internet and I've seen that the DC Blacks got a reputation for getting fish, period. I mean, like they put work. But I also see yours as well as other brothers on the internet say that when you go out west, blacks we don't have the control out there. Like we're not as respected. So I wanted to know the viciousness that the reputation that DC Blacks have on the East Coast. Do they take that shit out west and still have that same energy with the Mexicans, or do they kind of like try to survive? You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, his question was, you know, he heard that there's you know, the DC Blacks go hard, and when they go out west, that He want to know if they still got the power and the, you know, and the strength out west. You know what I mean? Thanks for the call, family. You know what I mean? Now, the answer to that is yes, they do, but that's because everybody from the East Coast come together as one when something happened. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't no he from New York, he from DC, he from Philly, because we out there when you got 100 Bloods and you got 100 Crips. You understand what I'm saying? So we definitely ain't doing that. You know? What's up, caller?
Hello, I want to ask one more question. You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Like on the East Coast, a lot of blacks, like how we live, at least I'm from Jersey. I mean, so I can speak for Philly, Jersey, and New York. That's where my family is. We, even though it's racial tension, but like we live with Spanish people and shit. It's not as serious as I see on the internet. Now, you as a brother that's been in the can, you know what I mean, spent a lot of decades inside, is there that relationship with the Latinos, or clearly it's a distance between us?
See, out west it's more racial on the street, but up here we at least hustle together and cop together. Like the Serenos don't even sell drugs to the blacks out west, so you know that means that they don't even deal with them at all. But up here, the Puerto Ricans and Dominicans do, you know. But thanks for your call, family. I'm trying to get some other calls. You got another quick question?
Appreciate you. Keep going. Appreciate you.
Thank you, family. All right. Got a question on the screen. She be putting the questions up, but the calls coming in fast, so I'm trying to get the calls in.
Oh, that's all good.
What do you think about how they changed Lawton? That's for you.
Man, so I ain't never did a bit down Lord. I just went to visit. I caught all my charges in Maryland. You feel me? So I went down to visit in Lawton. You know what I'm saying? I never did a bit down Lawton. I got to see one time. When I was DC one time, all my cases I always thought I can buy my.
Yeah, hold on, caller. All right.
Yeah, no, I was just calling Unique, man. Tell him I say appreciate the content, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Give him a call, man. Let him know. Shit, I was down there. I just started 20, man. Love the podcast, man. Keep grinding, man. Keep doing your thing, bro.
All right, you know what it is. Thank you, big homie. All right. All right, so you know that's what it is, man. Like I said, you know, as you see, is we making a change because we get nothing but positive calls and everything is 100. You know what I mean?
Right, pose to be.
Yeah. Who's this? Where you calling from, caller?
This L Famous, man. I'm calling from the Bronx, man. What's good, yo? What's up, Unique?
Salute.
Salute, man. Yeah, man. What's good, yo? I wanted to ask you a question. Yo, can you tell them the story that happened with Preacher and Farris when Preacher hit the yard on Farris that time?
You know what? Farris is my homie. I talked to him today, so I'm gonna get Farris on the phone and I'm gonna get ask him if he want to come up here and tell that story, because the way I roll, my brother, so you understand, and my man is there. That's why I brought another reputable brother up here. Big shout out to the Lynch Mob. You know what I mean? Lou Sims, Farris, you know, D, the whole nine. You understand what I'm saying? But the way I run my joint is I tell about my experience and my people's, and I get permission before I say somebody else's story. If I don't have permission, I change the names and things like that. But I will ask Farris if he'll come up here and answer some of them questions for you. How about that, big bro?
Yeah, that's perfect. You heard?
You know what I mean? That way you hear right from Farris's mouth. I don't do the third party and all that because, like I said, they men of honor, like just like I wouldn't want them to tell my war stories without consulting me first. You understand what I'm saying? All right.
Because I heard that story on the internet, and I would like to hear that story for real. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, I'm gonna get the participant of that story up here so you could talk to him and ask him yourself and go back and forth with him instead of me saying something, because I respect my brother Farris too much to try and reiterate what he did. All right, family?
Yeah, all right.
All right, big homie. Thanks for calling, man.
All right, thank you. I'll call again, B.
All right.
All right.
All right. I'm trying to figure out how to answer this, John. All right. Oh, what's the question? Hold on. All right, let me get him up here. Okay, the call dropped. There's a question on the screen. Unique. Have you met Luis Felipe, leader of the Latin Kings? Since I know you went down there to AdMax, how do you feel what they did to him? No matter no letter writing or no phone calls for life. Yeah, I met him and I met his son, so I'm gonna speak on that. Big shout out to King Tone. You know what I mean? From the Latin Kings. You know, now Felipe, he had a situation where they accused him of some things that went on during his trial. So the judge sentenced him to a lifetime in ADX Supermax. He came up there with us, and they had him on all types of, you know, supervision and things like that because they were scared that he might get a word out. You know what I mean? So being that the judge sent him to life in ADX, there was no way for him to get out of there or get out of that situation. And then his judge died while he did the appeal. So no judge wanted to overturn his judge's appeal. You know what I mean? So that's what happened with Felipe. Yes, I did meet him up in ADX. Came about 97. All right.
Speak to Champ.
Yeah, what's up? Who this and where you calling from, sir?
Champ.
Mm-hmm.
Champ there.
Who? All right. Of course, we're going to get a couple of nuts, but that's what it is when you open a line up. But, you know, put another question up there so we get the questions we missed because I'm trying to get the phone calls first, being that they're calling in. You know what I mean? That's to you, Ears.
The story I would like. And Greenbelt High with the rent.
All right, that's you. I'm going to pop off, let you answer that.
I'm going to get it out there. It's going to be a part of my, it's going to be a part of the fully paid joint. That's a must. You feel me? That's a part of when I got locked up for not paying the rent. I'm gonna put all that in there. There's a lot more stuff I'm putting in too that I haven't mentioned. About my man Quasi, me going up top to Brooklyn. There's a lot of shit I ain't mentioned yet because I wanted to leave it out. But I'm gonna put it in my movie though, fully paid. It's coming.
All right. You know what I mean? So you get a chance to talk to the Don, is the Christ, all the way from DC. All right.
I'm a fucking man.
All right. So what other questions we got up here? All right. Hold up. Let's see what this is. Hold up. All right. Where you calling from? What's your name, caller?
My name is Jason. I'm from Crown Heights, Brooklyn.
What's up, family?
That's how you meet y'all. I just want to let you know. I really admire I'm a lot younger than you, but I really admire all the work you've been doing as far as using it, putting on a positive message. Normally, I don't really, to be honest with you, I don't really look up to street guys. I think I was a victim of that too. I got steered the wrong way. A lot of us got stood the same way. But I see that you've changed a lot and you're doing a lot of your message comes off really genuine. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, big bro.
I just got one question. When you was locked up, did you have any, like, because you said you were in ADX, so did you have any, like, confrontation with, like, the Aryan Brotherhood or anything like that?
Did I have what?
They just, like, cool.
Say that again?
Did you have any kind of confrontation with, like, the Aryan Brotherhood, or were they just, like, you know, you stay in your lane, I stay in my lane? Like,
nah.
If you make friends with white guys.
Yeah, it's more, you know, you stay in your lane, they stay in their lane, but, you know, not to brag and not to glorify nothing, you know what I mean? I was hustling in the prison. I sold heroin for about 10, 15 years in the prison. So I dealt with them and certain things, but you know a man when you're dealing with a man. You understand what I'm saying? So you could tell when the conversation is going left, and if you're an intelligent man, you're trying to keep it moving straight because you don't want to go right. You don't want to go left, put it that way. With a conversation, so you got to know when to push back and when to tell the dude hold it, you know, cop and go, like we on the block, you know what I mean? Because now you're getting out of line, you're saying some things that, you know what I mean, is gonna make me get out of line and we're gonna crash. So to prevent that crash, push back. All right.
Shout out to Jamaica. My family's from Portland. I think you say you're from Kingston, right?
Yeah, Kingston 16. You know what time it is? Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.
What's up, man?
All right. Hold up. Let me try and get this other call up here. Hold up. All right, it went on. Question on the screen. Was it hard readjusting? You answer that, Christ, first.
No, I wasn't. It wasn't. I think it's the person because I ain't do a 25 years straight bit. I did 10 years, no parole. I did 7. But when I was on a road crew, guys were still hustling. So I still road crew on the way out to the prison. It's a person for real because I never miss a beat when I come on. I don't need to get acquainted and take programs to slowly into society because phones or technology, because I had to come up with the technology. So the highest jail I went to was the medium of Petersburg. I'm FCI low motherfucker in the camp. So everybody's like, how you get to a camp? I'm not violent. I don't have no violence.
All right.
So I make it to a camp, but I never adjusted because I always had the touch of a phone right beside me, keeping up with what's going on. Even though I was inside, I was outside too.
Yeah. Okay.
And nothing. I was good. All 3-4 of my bits.
1 second. Yeah. Now, my answer to that is it wasn't hard because I had good people in my corner. And when I was in prison, I took all the courses that I needed to prepare me for coming out. Like I remember in 2001, 1 second, caller. I remember in 2001, I was in Lee County, you know what I mean? And with my man Goldie Dobie, Tony Stewart, you know what I mean? Hawkeye, you know what I mean? Good brothers out of, DC, you know what I mean? And I was taking typing class, and dudes wanted to go to the yard and smoke weed, drink that white lightning, and you know what I mean, do what we do. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to typing class. And they're like, man, you got life. You ain't never gonna be able to need to type. And I said, dude, I'm not gonna be in here for life, and everything is turning over to the Quixie pad. They call it the Quixie pad because the keys on the top row, you know what I mean, spelled Quixie. You know what I mean? So, I prepared myself for getting readjusted for decades, because I knew I was coming home one day. I just didn't know when God was going to release me. You know what I mean? Go ahead, caller. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Unique? This is Cedric, man. I live in Dallas, but I'm out of Arkansas, brother. I just wanted to give you a shout out, man, and let you know, man. I was born in '72. It's just refreshing, man, to see the airways, man, flooded with brothers like yourself, man. Solid brothers, old school, got solid principles, man, because there's so much foolery out there on the internet, man. It's just refreshing. Like I said, from a brother born in '72, man, to see what you're doing, man. Keep up what you're doing. I started my own little clothing line here in Dallas. I'm kind of was inspired by the FUBU brand, but I'm doing it on the golf level, man. If you ever hear about it, I'm gonna probably try to send you some stuff too, brother. It's called No Bogeys, man, and I'm one of the first 100% minority-owned golf brands, man, to be offered in 12 stores here in the state of Texas, brother. So salute to you, man. And my wife and I visited. I finished with this. We visited New York, man, a few years ago, and we visited Jamaica, Queens, man, and just the culture and the love that they showed us up there, brother, was, we was expecting it to be a little different because we was out of town, but everybody showed us love, man. And I look forward to coming up there again. This time I hope I can meet you personally, though, brother.
All right, most definitely, family. Thanks for calling in. Hit me up on my Instagram, Unique Mecca Audio at Instagram. Hit me in the DM. We deal with the clothing, and tell them what your clothing line is.
It's called No Bogeys, man. It's NOVOGEEYS, and you'll see, man. I got a heck of a story behind my life, behind my brand. I come from the slums, man, doing some making history, though, brother. So I'm gonna inbox you, though.
Yeah, and I'll bring you up here. You can share your story. That's what this channel is about. You know what I mean? Getting the good brothers that made it out, that was screwing up their life and poisoning the community and everything else. That was a menace. You know?
From single parent to everybody in my household was in and out of the penitentiary, beat my mom, everything. You know what I'm saying? And to come full circle, dropped out of school, GED. Most of my partners are still in the Department of Corrections in Arkansas now for life, whatever, But I've been through a lot, man. But to be where I'm at and what I'm doing right now, brother, it's gonna be inspirational, man. And you're the first person I have called and never even reached out like this on YouTube or anything like that, man. But I have a lot of respect for you from what I've watched, man, many of your videos, brother. And trust me, man, I have a lot of respect for you. And there's a lot of other brothers I'm sure that do too that don't get a chance to talk to you, man.
All right. Well, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm letting them know all this equipment costs money. I can use a Cash App to help me get my mic and my camera right, so we ain't got to go through this. So we do this together. Unique. $ Unique Mecca Hall. All right, let's get that right. All right.
And my work is good, brother. I'm gonna sing you a little something, man. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. You know. All right, family.
Okay, bro.
All right, one. Yeah. Yo, Uncle, you see Pistol Pete from Soundview and ADX. Nah, I didn't see Pistol Pete because I was already gone. I left Midland 99 from ADX. But I know the mental trauma that he's going through, and let's say a prayer for the big brother, man. And congratulations. You know what I mean? To the brother Shakur, Matula Shakur. He finally gained parole after 36 years. I'm gonna bring him and his son up here just so you can see how official this is, so he can talk to y'all. All right. So that's what it is. Hold on. We're going to deal with the screens later. I want to deal with these phone calls. All right. I got you on the screen. We ain't going to forget you. What's up, family?
Yo, what up, big?
What up?
Hey, nothing. I see you talking to the DC legend right there, and I used to be a young boy, and I just got love for the real, that's all.
And that's why I bring them up here so they can see what the real look like, so they don't think nobody up here bragging. I'm not the only one. Like I said, we got my man Lou Sims, we got OG Daniel, we got Flip, we got AZ, we got everybody that do their thing. Big shout out to AZ from the Bronx as well. That's my brother. That's another AZ, not the one from Harlem, but the one from Harlem official too. Just let you know, everybody been through their struggles, and we know we all out here trying to, help make a change, man. All right.
Yeah, you know. Yes, what up, big?
Man, what's up, man? How you feeling, Mo? You good?
Yo, he asks if you good, family.
Man.
You can hear him?
It's just like, young boy just like me in the mix, but then through the stuff of losing your man, because the way you lost Dre was the way I lost my man Frankie. So that's why I can rock with you like that and don't have a tolerance for the bull. Because it ain't about being a hard nigga, but you put yourself out there off the fact that this is my man. So if I can't get you out of there, we both got to sit there. And I see that in you, so I always had love for you and everything, because I was young, hard-headed. And Nick, stop it, man. I remember seeing you on 4/5 in the white on white as a young boy.
All right. You already know. Come on, son.
Yeah, because I'm from the Bronx. I'm from Edenwald, B.
Oh, yeah. Big shout out to my little man Diesel up there,
All right, that's no side. That's not fair, man.
Yeah, come on. You got Diesel. You got Chuck No Joke from up there. You got Big Reg, Gargamel. We got Big Ock. You know what I mean? We got Corey. Exactly. I respect my brother. So y'all tune in to Chuck No Joke too, man. I watched his podcast when he had the live airing of what's that kid name out of Atlanta? The one in all that trouble down there. The young boy.
Yeah, the last joint I saw when he was talking to City Central, Chuck be on his thing, man.
Yeah. Big shout out to Chuck. Salute, Chuck. All right. Thanks for calling, family.
All the time, man.
All right.
Keep it real, man.
All right.
Yeah. Word.
Word. All right. So you know what it is. It is what it is. We're gonna get into the questions on the screen because we're gonna be here after I turn this phone off. So that's why I'm trying to let it be known what it is. You know what I mean? All right. One family. All right. So you see what I'm saying? This is what we doing, man. So obviously we reaching the people because the people is calling in and they speaking. So that's why I wanted to get this line hooked up. My man from South Carolina been calling, and every time someone was on the phone, so I'm gonna bring him in. To accept, press. Yeah. Who this and where you from, caller? Hold up, Pennsylvania. Give me a second to deal with my man. Hello.
What's up?
Yeah.
Hey, my name is L. calling
from Dillon, South Carolina. This question is for Ears to Cry. I watched you on Vlad a whole lot, man, and it was very, very, very entertaining. And when I get bored or whatever, I said, yo, I took the boys on to you, and they'll be amazed at your story. And I'm looking forward to you coming back soon. You know what I'm saying? And I enjoy your content also. And Mecca, you the man. I really appreciate you, man.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, share the link. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. And the Cash App is there. I'm trying to get some microphones and my cameras together. So, you know, show some love, big bro. All right.
Appreciate you, Mo. Love and support.
Yeah. I got a daughter in Myrtle Beach. Big shout out to Deasia. You know, my daughter in South Carolina. Love her to death. Salute my princess. You know.
Okay, I'm an hour north of there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm an hour north. I stopped the board on 95, man. I appreciate you, man. I gotta listen to you every day, dog.
Well, that's even more reason to Cash App, my nigga. All right.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. I got you.
All right.
Somebody said, "What can I bless ears through the
Yeah,
cash?"
they want to send you a Cash App, my brother. There you go. That's what I'm saying. That's how you show love and Unique Mecca Audio, man. You know what I mean? Don't just come on here. You know, what's your Cash App is? What's your Cash App?
Let me go
just
on.
Say it. He listening. All right, I'm gonna take this call. I'm gonna take this call while Iz give us his Cash App. Put it in the back channel, Iz, and we'll put it on the screen. And put my Cash App up there too, so they know it. They don't say they ain't know where it was at. All right. You know? Now we can't see it. Oh, what is it?
Keeping it. Oh, no. Hold up. Keeping it real sports. $KIRSPORTZ.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see a
Keeping it
logo
real sports with a Z.
Yeah, with a Z. Yeah.
Tell him one more time, family. One more time to make sure he got it.
$KIRSPORTZ. You'll see a logo on my shirt, keeping it real white with gold letters and imprints in the back.
Big shout out to the big homie Iz. Thanks for coming through.
I appreciate you. The love and support.
Hold up. I'm trying to get this right. All right. So that's
completed as styled. Please.
All right. So that's where we at. What's the next question up there? We got Iz. I'm sure they got more questions up there. Even you go back a little bit. But they go Iz email Cash App we put up there. All right. Let me get my brother. He's been calling for a minute. Yo.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello? All right, let me call him back, being that I got this right now.
Call from
Obadiah.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Yo. Yeah, these calls coming in too fast for these damn phones, I see. I'm calling my man back from Pennsylvania. Okay, why does the DC car get so much hate over other cars? That's for you, Iz.
Man, it's like this for real. We so little, but we go so hard. And we just win them side of them joints. And we just ain't going for nothing or ducking nothing. You know, there's a lot of bad bones on us. But at the end of the day, we men. And we ain't just going for nothing. We ain't ducking nothing. So a lot of dudes be indirect hating on us because we just be going hard as shit in there. You know, man, like man respect man. And we men. We little, but we go hard. So it is what it is. You're going to have hate. You ain't got no haters. You ain't doing nothing. You feel me? But they know we ain't going for nothing or ducking nothing. So they can let the hate on. They know not to get in our way with that BS. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, hey.
Yo, Mecca, you ever watch my old buddy, rest in peace, the Larry on 42nd straight or 42nd straight years in? I don't understand that. Rephrase that a little bit, my bro. No, I never heard of Dr. Larry. You know, I ain't meet him, big bro. Hello?
Brother Unique.
Peace.
Peace to the God. How we doing, brother?
I'm good, family. What's your name and where you calling from?
My Obadiah from Philly.
Peace.
I just want to say, man, I really appreciate all your content. Brother Ears, I like what you say too as well, man. I'm sorry for the struggles I've been through. That shit is crazy.
Yeah, right.
Stands for a quick second when I was a young boy, but I persevered and became better. Either way, man, all praise due to the Most High, and I love you, brothers. Brothers, thorough.
Thank you, big bro.
I got Venmo.
All right, big shout out to Philly.
Bullshit.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in, big homie.
Peace and love, Mo. Stay up.
All right. Unique, you kept the knife on you up until you was released, or did you get tired of one at one? Nah, listen, you can never get tired of keeping a knife on you in the penitentiary, my nigga. You know what I mean? I mean, you ain't keeping it on you to do nothing to nobody, but you keep it on you to protect yourself from others. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I could never get tired of, you know, being in a position to save my life. You know what I mean? Period. You know what I mean? Just to, you know, let you know what time it is. You know? All right. What's the next question? I'm trying to get all these call some of these people back because the calls been coming in back to back. So I just want everybody to get a chance to be heard. You got a question for both of y'all. I'm trying to call in 947. Well, you call right now. There's a line open right now. I hung up the call. G Wells, call right back right now, big homie. You know? So, you know, that's what it is, you know what I mean? Like I said, I open the lines up so they could talk to men of honor to see how, you know, how we move. So, and we tell them it's not worth it. Don't go down that place, you know? Israelite only camp killer. Thanks for the donation. That's what I'm talking about, brother. You know what I mean? You love the content. Help me keep this equipment going. This ain't free. I just come out of prison, man. The government took all mine. All right. So I'm just trying to get it right so I can give y'all the message, and I'm trying to give y'all the best quality. Right or wrong, is loving this shit. Every time I mention Cash App. You know what I mean? All right. That's how we do, family. You know?
To accept, press 1.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? Where you calling from? What's your name, big homie? Yo. All right. From where?
From the Bronx.
All right. Where?
You already know.
All right. BX in the house.
The Bronx.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I reached out to both y'all brothers on Instagram at one point or another. But I got a question. First of all, for my man is, yo, when I was up in Katsaki, I read a book.
Everybody cut off.
Oh, he didn't hear it because I was off the screen. Say that question again. My bad. I didn't hear what you saying.
He said he read a book.
I was upstate and I read a book about Hank, Michael Frey. He's the Christ homeboy. I wanted to know, was it true that Michael actually really got Alpo for a couple of bricks and all that when he gave it to him on consignment? Because, yo, we actually was going back and forth like, nah, Poe wouldn't let nobody do that to him without no gift back. But I didn't even hear from the horse's mouth if it was true or not.
Check this out.
Well, go ahead, Ed.
That question for me, right?
Yeah.
Check this out, right? I know of Mike. I know of Frey. You feel me? He older than me. I know a lot of his nephews and Northwest dudes just ran with him. But a lot of hype been hyped up about Alpo the Rat. I got some homies from Trinidad. I ain't gonna call that name, that was leaning on him, taking his shit. Got some Fifth and No homies from Northwest. Hit him up, took something from him. He paid him to back off. Later down the line, he tried to get my big homie WP on him. They wasn't going for it. They ended up squashing it. So a lot of stuff y'all heard about how he was going down here, he wasn't. That's why he needed WP. You feel me? So it's possible my homies took his shit and wasn't no repercussion behind it. You feel me? Because when he got hit, we came up there and grabbed and shit off of him that he had, and he told us the nigga trying to snatch him to hit me up. Pop, 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 pop. Ain't nothing happened to my fifth and no niggas after that. You feel me? Ain't nothing happened.
All right. So we just letting you know, man. Like I said, it was an era with wolves, man. Let's keep it right. And nobody was immune. I wasn't immune. Ears wasn't immune. Nobody was immune. So let's get that right. The
That's
internet
right.
trying to make it, something that is not sensational. But we letting you know that none of us was immune, my brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
None of us was immune.
Another question. Yeah, I got another question for you, Unique.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to hold on. I want to say thank you to Obadiah, Ben. You know what I mean? You're right. I'm pronouncing the name wrong, but me, I'm Jamaican, so bear with me. But thanks for the donation, big brother. I will be going to Best Buy tomorrow. All right. Yeah, go ahead with your question, big homie, and thanks again, Obadiah.
Yeah, yo, bro.
Yeah.
While you was out here doing your thing,
Mm-hmm.
I read another book. So you know that's what we do on stage. We read books and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Was it true that supposedly the Black Hand of Death preacher was out there extorting motherfuckers like that? Because that just sounds too good to be true.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, nobody was immune. Preacher was out here doing his thing, just like I said. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Sandra O'Neill, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to put that together to go to Best Buy in the morning. But yeah, listen, nobody was immune, man. Like I said, you got the YouTube people, you know what I mean? Oh, my bad. Excuse me. That's a man. Sandora, you know what I mean? Sandora O'Neill. Thank you, big bro. But nobody was immune, man. You know what I mean? I keep it 100. Nobody was immune. I've been shot up 4 times. You know what I mean? I done been in plenty of shootouts. I was in D.C. in Southeast, over there in Simple City, Eastgate. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I was food too. Let's get it right. You know what I mean? But I had to have my joint near me. I had to know where I'm going and when to go. Because Ears right here. Ears, me and you gonna do a D.C. joint together, man. Because they don't understand what's that joint? Crystals with a skating ring, but that Eastgate joint. Eastgate. Every night I went there was a murder.
Southeast, that's right.
Yeah, they would listen. That's what I'm saying. But I'm telling you that nobody was immune, man. So we're not disrespecting nobody. We just keeping it real. If I was slipping at Eastgate, I would have been in somebody's trunk. If I was slipping in Harlem, I would have been in somebody's trunk. So I'm not telling you I'm no super gangster and nobody couldn't do nothing. You know what I mean? When I went into prison, go ahead.
My bad, go ahead, finish. My bad.
When I went into prison, I ran in to one of the brothers from the preacher crew, you know what I mean? And he told me straight up that one of the players on there wasn't feeling me because I was dealing with his daughter and he wanted to bring it to me. But, preacher and the ups told him that, yo, we're not trying to start a war. You understand what I'm saying? Over your daughter, because your daughter doing what she wanted to do. You know what I mean? Not what you wanted to do. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, I was out there susceptible to be fooled too. Because if you get in the bag, you susceptible to be fooled. You know what I mean? So people on the internet trying to say like this one was that and nobody couldn't do that. They could have did it to Unique. They could have did it to Is the Christ.
Shit, was already somebody drunk. Shit, got caught slipping. I was in some drunk.
That'd be a good idea. Y'all could do a little New York and DC from back in the days and shit. That could definitely get that some money.
Yeah, now I'm gonna do something with him. I'm gonna bring my man Antone White up here, my man Larry Moe back up here. You know what I mean? LA, I got a bunch of official men from DC, and I'm most definitely gonna bring the big homie up here, Lou Sims. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all know, Yeah, just so you know, Farris, you know what I mean? Peter Shue, you know what I mean? Kevin Charles, D Nice from Brooklyn. Let's not forget that, you know what I mean? Supreme and Prince. I'm getting ready to get them on the phone to do a phone call with Supreme and Prince, for y'all that, so the youth could really hear that these people that they've been promoting on internet were human. And we know we made a mistake and it cost us decades. And I'm trying to prevent the youth from going to have to deal with decades in order to deal with this. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, one more thing before I leave. Yo, Unique.
Yeah.
The guy was running into
Yeah, I know Aaron from the street. I know his child's mother, Mishi. You know what I mean? Come on, I was in Baltimore. Big shout out to Carlos, Hungry Bear, Stan, Scorpio, aka Busy B. I mean, come on, my nigga. The East Coast, I did that. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, I was down there when it was wolves, and I was susceptible to be food. You know what I mean? So let's stop the games. You know what I mean? Hey, nobody was immune. You know?
Much respect to y'all brothers. I ain't even gonna hold up the line. Let y'all do y'all thing, man. I really appreciate that though, for real.
All right, thank you, big homie. We got the Cash App up there. Let's show some appreciation. All right. All right, homie. All right. Yeah. So that's what it's about, man. You know what I mean? Holding each other down. Question on the screen. Bless up, my dog. Manners and respect. What's your view on Brian Gaze Gibbs? Brian Gaze Gibbs, I respect him because he's a man and he claimed his responsibility for, what he did that he know was against the code of what we did. So I don't have any ill feelings about him. I even talked to him on the phone. He's a good brother. He consult me on certain things with the YouTube. My thing is, if you told and you broke the code, be man enough to say you told and you broke the code. And that's why I respect everybody that I deal with that I put up here, because they was man enough to say that they broke the code. You understand what I'm saying? They all have their reasons for it. I don't agree with it. Like I told them in their face, but they did them. I sleep good at night. You know what I mean? For my choice. And a lot of people say I violated because I left my kids out here. You understand what I'm saying? And I chose the streets and the code over my kids. You understand what I'm saying? But, when you in it, you in it. That's why I'm telling y'all, don't get in it. You know what I mean? Because that's how it go. You know what I mean? That's how it go. My man 347 been trying to hit for a minute. All right, one. All right. Yo, you there, homie? All right. But we lost you. Call right back. 347. Yo, what's up, T Monique? Pretty gangster. You know what I mean? And big shout out to Devon. You know what I mean? Put his name up there in his Instagram so they know that, he the big homie from Brooklyn. No, I'm talking about T Monique. Put his name up there. But if y'all got any questions, put another question right there. Smash the like button. Yeah, you already know. I'm trying to get back to this joint. I don't know how it's messing me up like that. I get used to this joint here. Derek Skinner trying to call. What's the question on the screen? Read that out. Salute my unique Mecca. I never got your perspective on the Lil Durk situation. If your co-defendant dies and you tell on him, is that considered ratting? Like I said, my brother died, man. My brother got 2 to the head. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it 100. My brother got 2 to the head. He died. You know what I mean? I could have put the weight on him because this was my brother's case. This case was out of Virginia. You understand what I'm saying? And I couldn't put it on my brother. That's not me. I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? That's not me. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? So me, myself, I don't agree with that. But like I said, if a man comfortable with his choices in life, that's on him. You know what I mean? But I'm not comfortable doing that. You know what I mean? So no, I wouldn't put my brother under the gun, even though he's dead, for me to get out of prison. That's why I did 26 years and I showed and proved that. Yo, what up, homie?
What up?
What up?
Yo, remember when I called you? Remember I told you that, I needed a huge favor, right?
Who this?
Derek Skinner.
Oh, yeah. What's up? Yeah, I got caught up because I just rebuilt my studio and I'm trying to get things right. Trying to, get in order. My bag, homie. What's up? I talked to Big D yesterday.
That's all good.
Yeah.
My thing is this, man. I know the movement about, which I fully 100% support is say to you. I want you to speak some encouraging words to my son over here, man.
How old is he?
He's 11.
He's 11.
Yeah.
Well, at 11, you need to stay in school. At 11 years old, I was going in and out of juvenile hall, screwed my life up, wound up getting shot up 4 times, you know what I mean? And wound up doing 26 years in prison, where I had kids when I went in, they was 18 months. I come out 26 and a half years later, and they 29 years old. So imagine not seeing your father or your, you know what I mean, your brothers and sisters, or even your mother for 27 years. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, young man, it ain't worth it. Don't get involved in it. Stay in school. That education, so that you can be your own boss, is what you need in life. You don't need to follow your friends, because all they're going to do is take the cell that me and my man is the Christ left behind. And we telling you, it's a hard road, man. All right?
I'm trying to tell him he ain't built for it.
Yeah, he'll see. Like I said, you keep watching them videos. You know what I mean?
Hear that? Say something.
Okay.
Don't just say okay, because like I said, those people got a cell waiting on you, man.
And just like how I got in touch with him now, I can get in touch with him again.
All right. And don't let me come in person, because I'm an ugly dude. You don't let me come in person.
See, I may be soft, a little soft on you. He ain't gonna be soft on you.
Yeah, he dealing with you with love. I'm dealing with you with facts. You know, so we telling you that it ain't worth it, young man. Go to school, man. I couldn't read or write till I was 30-something years old, because I ran the street, made all the money in the world, and the government came in and took it from me, and now I'm here asking your daddy for a cash app. You know what I mean? You ain't trying to be like me 30 years later.
Yeah.
All right?
So I'm
Real.
This ain't for no likes or nothing. We ain't trying to go viral with this. This is your life, man. You get one.
Yeah.
That's it. And you better listen to your father, because I should have listened to mine.
And that's it.
Right. You too. And my mom.
Yeah.
No, you don't want you to go down a certain path.
Mm-hmm. All right. But you know what? When you old enough to read, cop my book, Aurora in Harlem, and you'll see all the crap that I went through. And you know that you ain't trying to go through it. So when he old enough to read there, hand him the book, because I know you already got a copy, because I handed it to you myself. All right? At AuroraInHarlem.com.
Yes, sir. Like I said, as far as with a parent, all the parent wants for their child is to be better than them.
That's right.
There you go. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what this channel is about. So whoever don't like it, y'all tap out. Y'all got children trying to save them, tap in. You know what I mean? And that's it. We cut and dry to the point. We ain't chasing to get 10,000 views. We trying to save one life, because that one life we save might be the one that killed my mother. You understand what I'm saying? That one life I saved may be the one that would have killed my mother, or maybe even me or my child.
That's right.
So we got to start somewhere. All right?
I understand you want to be a kid, but it's life is going to catch up to you so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well get, just hear it now.
Yeah. You know, because before you know it, I sat in there for 26 years, man, and I'm telling you, it wasn't worth it, man. I'm telling you, and I done had 30 cars at one time. I'm selling 25 kilos a day. I had all the women. I had all the jewelry. I'm talking about I was buying cars to match my outfits. You know what I mean? And it was fly back then. I'm not even going to sit there faking. You know what I mean? But when the Grim Reaper came and I had to stand on being a man, you know what I mean? That's where I realized that it wasn't worth it. You know what I mean? And I'm not afraid or not ashamed to say that I screwed up. You know what I mean? And just like I'm telling you, I was fooled too. Because you get money like that, you better believe there's crews out there. Big shout out to the best friends out of Detroit. You know what I mean? Man. So, that's where we at, man. There was a question up there that they asked about us going to D.C. Where that question is, somebody asked, why did so many people choose to go to D.C. back then? We chose to go to D.C. Why did so many people choose to go to D.C. instead of hustling in Philly, since it's closer? Because the further you go from New York, the more money it is. You know what I mean? I went to D.C. first. They was bodying niggas. Let's keep it 100. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you like it was. I got a bunch of homies that went down there and came back in body bags trying to get the bag. You understand what I'm saying? But it was more money in Virginia, so I went to Virginia. You know what I mean? Then I went, in other words, you get a kilo of coke in New York, I'm getting it for 10,000. You understand what I'm saying? In New York is going for 15. DC is going for like between 20 and 25. You go to Virginia, it's going for between 25 and 30. You hit North Carolina, it's going for 35, from like 30 to 40. You understand what I'm saying? It depends how far you go, down the thing. but don't go too close to Florida because you got Travis and them bringing it up, you know, and the Booby Boys. Let's give a shout out to Kenneth Williams, free Kenneth Williams from the Booby Boys. You know what I mean? But I mean, and Kenneth Williams was with me in Norfolk. He brought coke all the way, allegedly, from Miami, because he's still in, from Miami to Norfolk. And I'm bringing my shit from New York to Norfolk because that's where the money was at. Norfolk had all those different Army bases, so it was plenty of money to be had. Y'all getting real content over here. That's why I said hit that goddamn Cash App. You know what I mean? Because y'all getting stuff that you ain't gonna hear, you know? A question for you is, Anthony Grezzi Gonzalez is the Christ. What's your opinion on him? He for Virginia.
Man, it's like this to me. I give shout out to all the VA dudes and everybody went to VA because already know VA don't be bull BSing. They giving out a rock of time. The Commonwealth law. I only like going through Virginia for real. At the end of the day, you feel me? Because that's how hard VA goes. You know what I'm saying? So if he chooses to go to VA, he chasing his paper, he can take whatever come with it. And he did. So you gotta respect that as a man. You feel me? We don't fuck with VA. Like, he always been on some hot press time. You feel me? So I stayed in my lane.
You heard that? Stay in your lanes. Stay off the street because it ain't nothing nice out there. Ain't nothing nice but wolves and pistols. So if that's what y'all want, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And another thing is, we was getting money in our city, so I really ain't had to go nowhere else to seek to get money or get more money for what I was getting because my man set up an organization. Got to piggyback off my Brooklyn homies from New York. They came up with the working 50s. My man was like, you know what? We're going to sell working 50s. We're going to take $10 off of them and call them working 40s. So we got paid off for that. So we needed to go nowhere. So we stayed right in our hood and made millions.
All right. That's what it is.
Problems though. Y'all got balls. Y'all go hard.
Yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying. I stayed in New York, but I sent my drugs up and down the Eastern Seaboard. So my keys was when I got locked up, they charged me with 255 keys sending from New York to Virginia. But like I said, you know what I mean? I done did the time. You know what I mean? I'll never throw my brother on the bus. That was his case. Of course, I'm gonna look out for my brother. So I got the drugs from New York to Virginia to him, made sure he was good, but I stayed in New York and did me. I met a couple of good brothers when I was in DC. You know what I mean? When I was on the ground level. And once I met them, I started sending it down there to them. I stayed out their lane unless they had a problem. Then they called me in. And then, of course, I rolled with them because it was my drugs and they my brothers. You understand? Right. But they knew don't go out there and step on nobody's toes or do no lunchbox shit and then call me down here to fight for some lunchbox shit. If a nigga trying to take my shit that you got, then you call me. But if you go down there and you fighting over a girl, don't call me about that chick, my nigga. Right. You know what I mean? That's how I move. So just like Ed said, he stayed in DC. I stayed in New York, but I just shipped my drugs up and down, all the way down to Charlotte. You know what I mean? South Carolina. And I did me and stayed out the way. You know what I mean? But none of that is to brag. That's to let the youth know after doing all that. I laid in the prison for 26 years. I ain't get on no YouTube. I ain't get on no magazines or none of that. I just, blessed the feds with a joint dealing with Club 2000. I blessed Don Diva with dealing with Club 2000. But as far as my drug activity, I never spoke about. So that's why a lot of people don't know me. And I haven't even really did a full interview yet to tell you who I am in the drug thing. But I bring men like this up that stamp who I am so that, like Ed said, we could save something for when we sell our movie. You understand what I'm saying?
That's for sure.
All right. So if y'all want to call in. Now somebody, Paul Sutherland, you do any time in Jamaica? No, me never done time in Jamaica, but if you want a Jamaican prison story, I go give you a Jamaican prison story. Me have a man Stepper. Stepper was one of the founders of the Shower Posse, was down with Vivian Blake and Lester Coke. That's the big daddy. That's Dudder's father. Y'all know Dudders because that's from your era, But at that time, you know what I mean? I sent money back to my grandmother but it was nothing to go down to Jamaica to make $1 from, much as to, you know, do time in Jamaica. So when I went to Jamaica, of course, I carried my pistol, did what I had to do, and I visited family and friends and did what I had to do, but I didn't go down there looking for beef like I didn't go to DC or New York looking for beef. You know what I mean? Unique Mecca. My brother was up at Raybook, FCI, and other federal prisons. He told me everybody can be tough, but when team racist COs make you eat the loaf of bread for a month straight, you won't be tough. Nah, but I'm saying, you know, all that is bullshit. Bottom line is, they bring you a loaf of bread, you eat it because you locked in a cage and you got no choice. If you put your dog in a cage, if you put your child in a cage, if you put a killer in a cage and he can't get to you and you hand him a loaf of bread and he hungry, he gonna eat it. So, you know what I mean? How do you be tough to do something other than that? Big shout out to Derek Easter Day. Thanks for the donation, big bro. But, you know, let's just keep it 100. No disrespect to your brother, but I mean, we in prison. Now, if you want to talk about how the police disrespect us, we could go on that. But as far as eating for nourishment, when they bring you a loaf, I was locked in a cell for 6 months in Atwater, California, after the correction officer got killed. For 6 months, you know what I mean? And Larry Moe was there, and Antone White was there, and Mario, rest in peace, Minx was there. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, we had men out there, you know what I mean? Mo Styles was out there. What's my man name? Titus was out there. You know what I mean? Mo Styles. We had men out there. And when they locked us in the cage, you know what I mean? They kept us in the cell from June to December. Imagine being locked in a cell from June to December and you don't even get to come out to take a shower. You understand what I'm saying? First time I ain't had water on my back in 6 months. You understand? That's how they treat you in prison. That's why I'm doing this YouTube, to let y'all know there's no better roses in there, man. It's no better roses. So let's just stop the bull. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, don't break the law and don't get into nothing. You know what I mean? I was locked up in Alexandria jail with Ayers' homeboy, Fat Boy, last name Fleming. He said he was buying his cars in VA and they gave him a VA conspiracy case. That's for you, Ayers.
Yeah, a lot of us was going down VA buying cars. They are, I think the foreigners had car lots and they taking cash under the table, every fucking thing. So at the end of the day, you already know what it is. When they bring the investigation down the car lot, they told, of course, but it is. Or we still go out, we ain't get cars.
Right. Just like we go out to Route 46. You know what I mean? Right. We all got our little areas in our town that you go in, you know, they know how to make moves to take that money and move it in. Right. Or you from the country or city. I'm from the city, my brother. I'm from Kingston 16. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Chinaman, Tony Tough. You know what I say? Donnie Bournes, you know, everybody, you know, uppity Negro goddess. You know what I mean? Yeah. Listen, man, my life was hard, man. I didn't get my first pair of shoes till I was 7.5 years old. Get ready to come on a plane to go to America, man. You know what I mean? This ain't no sob story. This is just my story. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm from the city down there where it was rough. Where when the police arrest you, they riding on a horse and they dragging you behind with a rope like an old cowboy movie. That's what I grew up seeing. And those are the men that got praises, were the dudes who was breaking the law. So I grew up thinking that breaking the law would get me the praises that, you know, that I needed, because nobody told me, like I just told Derek Skinner's son, go to school, get an education. Like Ayers told him, you know, stay on the sidewalk. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm doing this YouTube channel, trying to let y'all know and the children know, you know what I mean? It ain't worth it. Don't let nobody glorify it and glamorize it. I done did everything wrong under the sun, where I'm a legend. And I'm telling you, I give all that back right now to have a regular job and be a doctor getting a real paycheck. I got a son getting $30, $35 an hour working in the hospital. Give me that. You understand what I'm saying? And they get ready to give him 60. You know what I mean? So you youth need to go out there and get some of them jobs and do what you need to do, man. You know? All right. So what's the other one? Is should more DC OGs be involved with the youth in DC as far as the outreach for you?
Man, a lot of homies that came home, they giving back to the youth. As far as going to juveniles speaking, they got little game rooms they can hang out in. extra activity. My other homie, OG Bradley, he worked for the youth, juvenile, not youth shelter or whatever that is. And he takes them on a bus to Kings Dominion. He takes them to different little things. So a lot of my homies giving back. It might don't be publicized. You know what I'm saying? My man, Paul, he dealing with the youth. I got a lot of people, a lot of homies dealing with the youth. They want me to come and speak. I haven't made it to speak yet because I'm out of town. I don't live in the city no more. I just come back and forth to visit my family here and there. But a lot of homies giving back. They might don't be broadcasting on YouTube, but they giving back. They doing a lot of youth. They doing a lot of work with the youth. From what's that on the hill? Receiving Home. When I was back there, it was called Receiving Home, but it's something new now. But they a lot of my homies reaching out to the youth. Programs. There's a lot of programs out there. They speaking. They're going around speaking to the youth and everything. So a lot of homies giving back.
Yeah, because I'm with a program just to piggyback. I'm with a program out of DC called Credible Messenger. Big shout out to Clinton and King Tone. You know what I mean? That's King Blood's son. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of brothers in DC, LA. You know what I mean? We got Rat. You know what I mean? We got my man Whack. We got Two Trey. I know a lot of good brothers in DC that is giving back. You know what I mean? But like he said, they not on YouTube. So if y'all want to see them, I'll bring them on my YouTube because they're gonna come on a stand-up man's channel. No disrespect to anybody else. You know what I mean? But I know these brothers personally because we was in the struggle. And if they, choose or somebody want them on their channel, contact me. I'll help you as long as your channel is positive because they on a positive movement and so am I. Now, I want to give a shout out to these people that gave me a cash app. Expedito Camacho, Guy Reed, Reno Williams, Jamal Bowman, John Nixon, Derek Easterday, Skrilla, Bobby, Chad Love, Nixon McCrae, Blue Random, Tyrone Clanton, Skrilla again, you know what I mean? Big shout out, Ernest T, Xavier, Bobby Fiscale, Tommy Guns, Derek Easterday again, Sandra, Dwayne, Alan Boone, Martin, Cheddar Ty, Michelle, Abdus, you know what I mean? Ernest Curry. No, I want to say their names. Kobe, you know what I mean? Jonathan Vasquez, you know what I mean? Joe 3496, Richard Chapital. Let me see. We still going here. Matt Light, Alex James, Errol Medina, Scotty Gilbert, Randall that was just on gave a cash app. Sandra again, thank you again to everybody. DMC, LLC, Cedric Dreyer, Derek Skinner, and Eric Moore. I want to thank everybody and salute for giving the cash app because that's what it's about. You know what I mean? So, we keep it 100. Al Pizzle, you know what I mean? Thank you. But that's what it's about, man. Like I said, I wish I could spin the camera around and show you the room that I'm in. I've been upgrading because the brothers and sisters been looking out to help me keep this content going. And that's why I reached out to, my big brother over here is the Christ DC's finest and my man Larry Moe and Randall to come up here to let y'all know that we here, man. But the same way y'all make donations to other foundations, don't think that because we got a YouTube channel that we not a foundation. You understand what I'm saying? Because all this costs money, man. You know what I mean? And, we ain't even talking about the Wi-Fi bill. You know what I mean? But let me see what the next question is. King Tone the Truth. I miss him coming on live. Can you ask why he stopped his lives every Friday? Oh, yeah, most definitely. You know what I mean? I'll ask him for you. I'm trying to see how to press there.
What up? What up?
Yo, what up? Hello? Oh, I thought it answered. Yo, call right back, 226. Next question. Unique ever chopped it up with OG Matt Jeff Ford, or Larry Hoover, how was they holding up? All right, I was with OG Mac in Coleman 2 in 2003 when he was just blue trial and went through Lewisburg. They sent him there to Coleman 2. I was in the shoe with him, and he was on the way to ADX, and they was playing games, lying to him like if they was gonna send him to a regular USP. You know what I mean? But you know, yeah, and Larry Hoover, yeah, he was up there with us in ADX, and you know, and Jeff Ford. You know what I mean? Hello? Yeah, I'm having trouble answering the phone. Next one. Did the brothers look after your family and women while you was away? It's a long time to be away. Must have been stressful times for them, and a lot of relationships are broken. It's a real test. It most definitely is. I was blessed to have good brothers look out for me. You know what I mean? While I was in, I was blessed, and I want to thank my brothers for looking out when I came home. You know what I mean? They looked out again, and a few other brothers looked out because, you know, men recognize men, man. That's how we do it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I want to thank my brothers for being there, looking out for me while I was in. But I want the youngins to know it ain't always like that, because a lot of brothers that I thought would have looked out for me, you know what I mean? They didn't. The ones I thought would have looked out didn't. The females I thought would have did the bid that I thought I was in love with, they wasn't there. It just don't work that way, you know? Yeah, what about you, Ears, on that question?
I was blessed. You feel me? To have good men in my corner, family support. So on all my bits, I was good. On all my bits, I was good. Family support, friends, associates. Yeah. So I was blessed. My children, school clothes, whatever they need, Christmas. So I was good. I had a lot of good people. I did a lot of good shit for people too, but I had a lot of people, good people, men in my corner. So I was good. My family was good. So.
All right. We got a caller on the phone. What's up, caller?
How's it going, man? Love watching your videos, man. Keep making them, man. I watch them every day.
Mm-hmm. Where you calling from, family?
Canada, man.
Yo, Iz, we got them all the way from Canada watching Unique Mecca Audio, son.
That's right, love.
Yeah, keep making your videos, man. I watch them all the time.
All right. Well, thank you, big brother. You definitely appreciate it. All right. All right. Make sure you hit that like button and share the joint. All right.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, for sure.
And don't forget the goddamn Cash App. All right, my nigga. Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta remind the family, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, right or wrong is. You know what I mean? You already know when you hustling on the block and the dude come up to you and say, man, you doing good, boy. I love that car, boy. But you know, that nigga fucked up right now. You know what I mean? You gotta respect that.
You gotta give him something, yeah.
You know?
Gotta look out for him.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm trying to answer this call. What's the question on the screen? Read that, Is. When you was in Lewisburg with the 95. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Ricky Duval, my man from Baltimore. That's family. I heard he home. Tell Ricky to get in touch with me. Ricky Duval, of course. Ricky came in with 5 years and wound up catching a life sentence over the phone. I'm going to bring him on here so he can explain to you how they railroaded him with that. Because like I said, yeah. I know. I don't remember my new bull, but I know Ricky Duval. That's my man with Fat Sammy, and all of us was there. You know? Hello? I'm trying to figure out how to work this Android. Bear with me, y'all. I'm an iPhone man. You know? My fam was at Raybrook with Guy Fisher. They was in different cars, but bonded over basketball. Yeah, God loved basketball. Glad the OG Guy Fisher was able to come home. Oh, most definitely. Welcome home, Guy Fisher. Al Pizos, thanks for that donation, family. We got to find out what they can use in Cash App so I can get my goddamn money then. All right. As you see, I just like to have fun, man. You know? Man, only people say New York and DC didn't rock together is niggas that wasn't in the system or ain't on man time. DC rocked with everybody, man. You know what I mean? My man Larry Moe held down the Louisiana car. I'm gonna tell that story probably Monday. I'm gonna do it over the weekend, might even edit it, put it in there. You know what I mean? They tried to check in one of the homies from Louisiana because they punished somebody from another car, and then they was letting one of the the homies out that rock with Larry Moe. And Larry Moe was right at the front door waiting on him. You understand what I'm saying? On the Louisiana dude, and let the other car know that he holding his man down because that men recognize men, man. So all that way from DC, you from here, there. If you a sucker from over there, New York ain't gonna like you either. Georgia ain't gonna like you. If you a man, New York, Georgia, DC, everybody gonna rock with you, man. And that's how it is in the prison system, you know. So where we at? You know, so with the other question, what's this one? Talk about Andre. He seems like he was cool. Which Andre are you talking about, family?
My Andre Tank Johnson. What he talking? Guess he talking about me.
He talking about me, yeah.
I'm saying, man, the man of as a little bit. I spoke on him on the interviews I did and how he raised me. He was a very good man. You feel me? I ain't got nothing but love for him. That's my man. You feel me? So R.I.P. Man, he a good dude all around the board. When the movie come out, y'all see more of his character on the screen.
How was y'all able to maintain the bond with your children? Trust me, it wasn't easy. We had good women. You had to have a good woman that's not gonna, put all of that other crap into place. As far as you got a baby by Susan. I don't want my daughter around Susan. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. Like I said, it's all up to the women, man. And women played a very good role because I'm close to my children, thanks to to the mothers of my children.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what that is, man. Just depends on who you're dealing with.
Yeah, but also your family members can take a part too, because if you got a wild baby mother that's not trying to have your child around your other siblings, that's when your family members come in. My sister might go grab my little man, bring him down. You feel me? So you got that, like you said, you got good women, whether they're your sister, mother, aunts, baby mothers, they're going to keep your children in your life. You feel me? So,
because like I said, my kids, I came home and bonded with them like nothing happened because, they mothers, brought them to come see me. So it's not like they didn't know who I was. Right. I'm not even gonna lie. I had a couple of baby mothers also, not, I know it sounds a little crazy, but I had a couple of, mothers of my children that moved on with their life, which was no problem, but they kept the child out my life. You know what I mean? And then now that I'm older, I'm having a harder time bonding with them from whatever they had in their mind as far as why I wasn't there, So that's why I'm letting y'all know that if you got somebody in prison, if the mother of the child don't want to take them, the brother take them, the sister take them, the aunt take them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know grandmothers that was tearing the visiting halls down at 70 years old, bringing kids, you know what I mean? Bringing their grandkids to the prison because the mother refused to do it. No, I don't know. Bilal, Bilal from DC, family? I didn't meet because by 99, I was wild into my bid. You know what I mean? And I was just coming out of ADX. So, maybe he went, I don't know where he went, but no, I didn't run across your brother, family. Bilal from DC. Do you know who that is, family?
That's a Muslim, a few Bilals.
OG Mac popped off on Aaron Jones. Nah, I didn't hear about OG Mac popping off on Aaron Jones. You know what I mean? That's new to me. You know what I mean? Because Aaron Jones ain't no joke and OG Mac ain't no joke. So, it's not like it can happen. But no, I didn't hear that. All right, what's the next one? Any one of y'all ever dated a female CO? Nah, I didn't deal with the female COs because I'm gonna answer this first. I didn't deal with the female. I mean, I had plenty of chance to get some head from the female COs now. You know what I mean? And and slide off in mop closets and all that. But the female COs, no matter how good they look, they was talking to the old broken down COs that they got something. So if you looking that good, you working in a man's prison, and then you screwing these old busted, broken down dudes. When I'm talking about busted, broken down, you had COs that they got their pants, and they didn't even hem them up, and then they walking across the compound in the dirt. You know what I mean? In the rain and all that, and all on the bottom got mud all the way up to their ankles. You know what I mean? And you'll see them the next day when it's not raining and it's 90 degrees outside, wearing those same pants with the mud stains going up their ankle. So that means they ain't even take them pants off. You know what I mean? The 90% chance they didn't even change their drawers. So no, I didn't want none of the female COs. But I got some stories about them too. I can tell you about. Like I mentioned one about a white young lady that came in there, looked like Coco, Ice-T wife, was gorgeous. You know what I mean? She was giving the sex to anybody that wanted it. She was having trains ran on everything. You understand what I'm saying? And then when she got caught up, they asked her why she did it. She said because a black man gave her AIDS on the street, and she came into prison to give every nigga she could AIDS. You know what I mean? So that's why I didn't want it. Yeah, true story. Lee County. Ask your homies from Lee County. They know what I'm talking about. Did you or Iz ever come across Preacher from Harlem? I keep reading about him being in population, even though he was a rat. Yeah, because like I said, a man is a man. He gonna fight regardless. He lost his street cred when he told her whatever he did, but at the same time, you know what I mean? You know what it is. You got to stand for something. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, I did run across him. You know what I mean? I ran across a bunch of men in the prison, but I'm out here because I didn't worry about what the next man did in the courtroom. I worried about trying to win my case in the courtroom to go home. I just know to stay in my lane. You understand what I'm saying? And continue to pursue for my freedom.
Yeah. I said I'm a load in a camp dude. I don't have no violence, so I ain't gonna be in ADX and the pins and the super maxes. I ain't gonna be there. I'm non-violent. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I would have took a page out of your playbook. You know what I mean? I came right in and went at the police and wound up in ADX for 5 years when I was only in Lewisburg 10 months.
Right.
So,
a lot of it did the same thing. I was like, man, I'm trying to get out of jail. You feel me? So I followed the rules. They were like, I'm trying to get out of jail. Life on the outside. You feel me? So as far as the COs, if COs wanted to get at me, I really never try to have sex with them. My main thing is go get this law work that I can't get and bring it to me. Everybody thought I was crazy. Everybody thought I was crazy. You don't want no pussy? I said, I'm trying to get out of jail, Mo. I can get pussy on the street. I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out of the slave plantation. Man, he on something, man. I'm not on anything. I'm trying to get out. If I'm out, I get all the girls I want. You feel me? Everybody thought I was crazy. He just off the streets. Man, wait till he get some more time and he gonna be wishing he did. Nope.
All right. Now, yeah, I ran across, I was with Spig Nice up in Raybrook. That's the only rapper I was with. And then when I got out to Lum Park, Mac Dre had just left when I got out to Lum Park, Now, we got one for you over here, Is.
What is that?
Yo, Is, did Shorty Pop really call you and ask how you would buy him a car?
Yeah, that was some real shit. I ain't capping. It's like this with me, right? If a person come to me to just come home from jail and they need some help, if I'm doing good, I help you. You know what I'm saying? But some people you really can't help because they still got the mentality that they soft for extorting you. You feel me? So, and he was one of them types like thinking like, oh man, you got it. I'll pull the rec took care of him. I can't take it no grown dude. Once I throw you something, you can have this, you can have this. A month later, you gotta grind. You ain't trying to grind, you got the wrong dude. So that's when it came about. Man, can you buy me a car? We had some words. Nah, you ain't. I buy my bitch a car. I buy my baby mother cars. I know nigga no car. Fuck out of here. And that's what we had to fall out. And then like probably 2 weeks later, he got killed at the Classics. But
all right. See, y'all getting exclusives right now.
Yeah.
You know? All right. Let's see the next one. Unique, did you ever run into BMO from Sound? Hell yeah, I ran into BMO. I was with BMO in MDC Brooklyn. You know what I mean? When 2007, when I was coming up from Raybrook, I ran into BMO and BMO looked out crazy for me. You know what I mean? And my man Justice, you know what I mean, from Cortland Ave, he had common fear, and they had me on diesel therapy. I'm running all from different, I'm talking about, but hey, they put me on diesel therapy on an airlift. So they took me from like California to Atlanta. You understand what I'm saying? To Oklahoma.
I've been on
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been on their bike twice.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I can't hear you, Ears.
Now, so I went on diesel fuel about twice. Diesel therapy, I did about twice when I was in the feds.
Yeah, so you already know.
I'm hip. It ain't bad as everybody made it to be, though. You know what I'm saying? You just can't get comfortable.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But the homie was on common fare, so he cooked me a big meal, and I ain't gonna front. It was a vegetable meal because common fare mean that you only get vegetables. You know what I mean? And rice. But that joint was like steak and rice. You know what I mean? That's how good that joint was to me, you know?
Right.
Yeah, Shorty Pop got killed at the skating spot. You want to speak on that, big bro?
No, it was the Classics. It was a class. It was a club that won the skating ring. He got killed at the Classics. It wasn't Crystal Skates. It was the Classics nightclub. That was for y'all. Question for you. I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
My bag, my mic was mute. They had what they call a forfeiture law. You know what I mean? The forfeiture law, I think is what the hell is it, man? Like 1956 was a conspiracy. Maybe 840 something, but you know what I mean? I was 848 kingpin. They got so many goddamn codes, but they have what they call a forfeiture law that says that if you get convicted of drugs, they could take everything you own, saying that drugs brought it. You know what I mean? So that's why, like Young Jeezy said, you put the car in your auntie name or your mama name or your sister name or your baby mama name. And then when they go with them, they got to show that they had a job to be able to do that. You understand what I'm saying?
If not, they're going to be on that case.
Yeah. You know? Let me see. Man, the Classics used to be the spot with Essence. Tell them about what the Classic was like while I run and get something to drink, family. I'm gonna pop off the screen. Tell them what the Classics was like. You know, give them a typical night walking in the Classics.
Man, the Classics, man, be so crowded you can't get in the parking lot. They park on the side of the streets. Females come out. VA, Maryland, DC, they in there. You got to get there early because you might don't get in. Then you just parking like a pimping. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of bodies been dropped of the Classics. They got some wild spots where you park your car at. So I said the Classics was like that. The Classics a known spot. For the honeys. That's for sure. Any more questions? Let me see. Ain't nothing popping up. Yeah, the Classics was everything. I rock with the Classics. For sure. Nah, the Classics is a club. It's a nightclub. Crystal Skating Ring is a skating ring. Then they got Seabrook Skating Ring. But other than that, the Classics was a club, a nightclub. Next question for you, Mo. Can't hear you.
Yeah, my bag. Yo, the first time I went down to DC, I came down there with a girl from Drew Hamilton. I ain't gonna say her name. No, my bag from the Dunbar. I dealt with so many goddamn women. I get them all confused. But you know what I mean? But I came down here with a girl from Dunbar, and she was dealing with another Jamaican brother, and she was down there, and you know, it was my little shorty from up here, but she had a Jamaican down there that was getting his money down there, busting his gun, doing his thing. And so you know, I'm Jamaican too, and she like Jamaica man them. You know what I said? So you know, so she took me to Crystal's, you know what I mean? In the hotel right next door.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. You know, over there on Marlboro Pike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I you know, but no, what's that? Branch Ave, right?
Branch Avenue is on skating ring on Branch Avenue.
Yeah, Branch Ave. Yeah, Branch Ave. I'm thinking
it was a hotel across the street from the skating.
Yeah, exactly. But I heard the music and I didn't even know what the hell was going on. I wake up and it's it's music playing, cars coming out, and I'm sitting in there with 2 keys in the hotel. So you already know where I was at with it.
Right.
You
right.
know?
And you was in a tough hotel right there, Mo.
Yeah, but I didn't know. That was the first time she brought me down there. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, but you know, it is what it is, man. But it was a hell of a time. What was the other question you had for me up there that I told you to hold up on? What's the best way to pass your jail time with no issues? Read books and stay out of people's goddamn way. Go ahead, Diaz, answer that.
That's right. Focus on getting your time out and working on yourself. That's it.
And that's it. You know. Let me see where we at. Uppity Nigga Garber said, "How are the kids?" Oh, I'm talking in jail. Can someone get by and do their time with no issues if they don't want to be involved? Yeah, just mind your business and keep your circle small.
Yeah.
Hello? Hold on, we got a caller. What's up, family?
Hey, what's up, guys? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, so how do you guys feel about like what's going on with Kyrie and Kanye right now?
You heard that, Al? You gonna answer that?
Yeah. It's like this. I fucks with Kanye. You know what I'm saying? What he's speaking is the truth.
Yeah, we hear you. He's answering the question. Go ahead. Hold on. Let him answer the question. He's answering the question. Listen on the screen. He's answering the question, family.
Yeah, so I like Kanye. I fucks with him. He said like he's speaking a lot of truth. My only thing is, if me supposed to came out a while ago with the truth, not so late, but late is better than never. So I still respect him doing what he's doing.
All right. And my answer to that is that remind me of when I was on the street and back in '92 when Arsenio Hall had the #1 night show, you know, and they told him don't put Minister Farrakhan on his show, they was gonna cancel him. And he thought because he was getting better ratings than Johnny Carson, who was #1 for 50 years, that they didn't have the power, you know what I mean, to fire him because they was gonna worry about the bag. So he put them on there anyway. And when they put him up there, he got blackballed. And that's why y'all never heard nothing else from Arsenio Hall. So he's a prime example, you know, of what's going on today. It's just history repeating itself. That's how I look at it, you know?
Are we talking about kind of like a Ricky Ross situation where the government's involved?
No. We're not. No. We're not talking about that. We're talking about when the powers that be, they want to dictate what you put out on the media. You understand what I'm saying? So they tell you.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So that's what we're dealing with. The powers that be, you know, they didn't want Farrakhan to speak because they were speaking on the same thing because Khalid Muhammad made a statement about the good ship Jesus was brought by, you know, by those people. You know what I mean? And Farrakhan denounced them for a period of time. And then he tried to go up there to clean it up, but they knew that they didn't want Farrakhan up there to let the black people, the minorities, the people that was following the Nation of Islam, because remember, we coming right off when rapping had Public Enemy and Tribe Called Quest and Brand Nubian and everybody was wearing leather medallions. Yeah, you know what I mean? KRS-One, where everybody was wearing leather medallions instead of gold chains. We put up our gold rope chains for the leather medallions with the black fist and the Africa sign on it with the red, gold, and green. So they wanted to keep it where the media had it. They didn't want the other side to be heard. So they told Arsenio, don't put him up there or we're going to cancel your show. And he still did it anyway.
Let me grab some water.
Like more like a Malcolm X situation.
Yes, all of that fall in the same type of situation, but we talking about where the powers that be silence you. You know what I mean? But you know, that's where we at, caller. But thank you for calling in.
What kind of pizzas do you think they ate? You think they did just like cheese and vegetables?
I really don't care, my brother. That's where we getting off because you're getting ready to go to left field. All right. I love pizza too, brother, but we're not talking about pizza right now. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Have a good night, brother. Thank you for calling.
Do you think the CIA was involved with like Malcolm X and MLK?
It's not my position to speak on that. That's not what I'm dealing with at this time.
Well, hey man, you're an American citizen. You pay taxes. I think you should be able to speak on.
No, I can, but I don't want to speak on that right now. I'm dealing with saving. Right now, I'm dealing with saving the youth. But thank you for calling in. You sound like you're a little tipsy, my brother, and we're not going to play that right now. You know what I mean? Sound like he in the yard drinking that white lightning and just coming up with questions. You know, Unique. What you think about the Jay-Z, and the Haven situation? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm gonna get the Haven up here, and you could ask him yourself. Like I said, I don't speak on other brothers. Yeah, I got to figure out how to use this shit. I'm trying to answer this call. Hold up, Bone.
That question for you, Mo.
Unique, an old timer from Chicago told me you had this chick and you had her driving your BMW and Saab from DC to New York. Well, I don't know who his chick is. I had a whole lot of chicks. You know what I mean? Hey, how you answer this shit on an Android, man? I got to get over to this certain spot. Let me see. Let me see. Hello?
He's Slim, my homeboy from Trinidad, man. You know, he been through the struggle, made it out, doing good for himself, got a few businesses, living his life the way he supposed to. Shout out, man, Breaker.
All right. What's up, caller? What's up, caller?
Hey, what do you think about Kyrie Irving?
Dude, we just talked to you. We done with that. I don't really care about Kyrie Irving and all them because they got too much money to be getting caught up in that. You know what I mean? The man spoke his opinion. They said they didn't want his opinion, and he did what he chose to do after they said that. That's on Kyrie, so don't call back with that crap no more. You know what I mean? I did 26 years in prison. That's not my concern. What's this, Shawnee? I'm definitely not gonna fall for it. Come on, my nigga. You know what I mean? Hello? What's that? That's for you, family.
What you think about who?
Rayful, I think he's trying to say.
Yeah. Hey man, I ain't got nothing to say about it. He broke the code, so man, he got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Talk about I ain't got nothing to speak on about the rap. You feel
Next question. You know? All right. So what's that? Hey, Unique. Was Dame Dash really outside in Harlem? Yes, he was. You know what I mean? He wasn't hustling, but you know that I know of. But yeah, he was outside. He was running with the big homie OG Daniel. You got to ask OG Daniel that. He didn't run with me, so and I don't speak on other people's business and certain things, like I said. Yeah, I'm having trouble trying to answer these calls with this damn Android.
Did any girl try to use you for your stuff?
Hell yeah, that's what they supposed to do. We use them for their stuff. You know, that's what it's built on.
Hustling.
You know? Yeah, everybody's a hustler. Let me see how to do this. Every time I put my earbud in, it's connecting to that instead of to my thing.
I'm working on it. You know, I'm doing my family thing too, my wife, my children, keeping that tight. But I'm working on it. I'm working on my book right now. It's taking longer than I expected, but it's coming. Trust me. Excuse me.
I don't know if this joint overheating or what, but I'm having trouble answering these calls. Next question is you got a documentary coming out or something? Talk to them.
Yeah, I just answered that. I said, I'm working on my book right now, but once my book come out, I'm definitely gonna have a documentary behind it. It's taking me longer than I expected. You know, I'm doing a family thing. I got children, wife, so I'm keeping everything tight. But it's coming, trust me. It's coming to y'all.
All right. What's up, caller?
Jerry Lynn.
What's up?
To accept, press 1.
All right.
Voicemail, press call 2. From
Derek.
Yeah, Derek, you on?
To accept, press 1.
Hello? Yeah, I'm having trouble answering. Keep putting the questions up. Do you still see Michelle?
No, I haven't seen Michelle in a minute. Because like I say, she don't be hanging out. And I don't be in the city like that. I come to and from. You know.
All right. Why
you gotta
don't
you gotta ask Breaker that. You know, and like some people might say, whatever happened in the past, that even in the past, they don't want to bring it back up. But you gotta ask Breaker about that.
Hello? Yeah. Do you holler at William or Walter Fleming, fat boy from Trinidad?
I go through the dead here and there. I ain't been through the dead in a minute. You feel me? Like I said, I ain't in the city no more. I come to the city to visit. I'm out west and back and forth. You feel me? So if I run across the homies, they not to get in touch with me. You know, through IG, because everybody from the city know me, females, dudes. So nah, I haven't ran into nobody though. I haven't ran into Slim yet.
All right. Next question. I think the more what's that one is? Do you be? We got that one. Let me see what this one is.
That's for you.
With this, I think the more appropriate question: how many years that car costs? I just told you 26 years, my nigga. You know what I mean? I just told you it wasn't worth it. Which would be lied to you, or was that supposed to be insulting? You know, I'm really confused. You know, yeah. Let's see what this one is. What's that question there? You ever watched the movie Shot Callers about the Aryan Nation Brotherhood? Nah, I never seen that. I didn't watch too many movies in jail.
I ain't watched TV.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was busy trying to get out of prison. That's why.
That's for you, Jamaica.
Was there a large Jamaican crew in jail? I'm also from Jamaica. Oh yeah, you know, it wasn't a large Jamaican crew, but it was an official Jamaican crew. You know what I mean? Let's put it that way. You know? Hello? You can hear me? Yeah, I've got to hang up this other call so I can hit the speaker on it. You can hear me now? All right. Hello?
Yeah.
What's up?
Fine, right?
Huh?
Not too much. I just wanted to know, like, how long? Not how long. How strong do you think George Floyd's neck was?
I don't know. Why don't you ask a white boy? Anyway, next question. You know, of course, now we're starting to get the nuts, so this is why I get ready to tap out. I got another question. I'm about to call back. G. Wells. All right, call back, family.
Yo, is Dre brother Rab still? Yeah, Rab's still alive and still around, living his best life, doing him.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think this that burnt out one.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Hello?
Yo, what's shaking, Unique? This is the little big homie G Ward calling in one more time.
What up, family?
Yeah. Yo, I'm looking at the program and all that. Something ran across my mind. I actually got 2 questions again. One for Ears and one for you, bro.
All right, hit Ears first. Let me listen.
Yeah. Yo, Ears. I already told you about the story I read about Michael Frey, but I was looking at this video on YouTube from this nigga Gully TV that he was on. Yo, how thorough was your man Andre King Johnson? Was y'all really getting busy the way you described it to me? Because I actually heard about him and all that. And that's another person, no disrespect. I mean, you know what it is. I'll told you what he did. But did y'all really actually get that man for some bricks too? Because if that's the case, then damn, man, that nigga was down there making New York look bad at the time.
Nah, see, my man Dre on that time. My man Dre on getting money, doing business the right way, dressing, fucking having sex with females. That's it.
Yeah. You heard me?
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Nah. My question was for Iz.
He would just answered you.
Oh, word! I didn't even hear that.
I would listen. My man Dre.
Yeah.
He was on money. He was
now
on.
You got to be on YouTube to hear his answer, my brother.
Okay. Nah, it's all good. I'll probably just play it back. All right. Question for you, Unique.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, did you ever run into the homie Boy George?
Oh, yeah, Boy George official. I was with Boy George in Lewisburg in 95 and Coleman in 2003.
Was it true that they sent him to ABX? Because I don't know where he at the moment and all that shit. Because you know I'm from the Bronx and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta keep up with my legends.
Oh, yeah, well, if you want to keep up with your legends, don't forget Chicky out of there. Crusader Rob, you know what I mean? Come on, man. You know, you got legends out of there, man.
Nah, of course, man. I already know.
Yeah, but you know about Chicky? You ever heard of Chicky?
Yeah, I heard of him, but I never did my research.
Well, do your research on Chicky. He official. He might be coming home soon, too. Oh, my bag, homie, it hung up. But yeah, Chicky official, man, you know what I mean? We're doing this thing over there too. You know, now 82. Thanks for the Cash App, family. Hold up, Bong. I'm trying to figure out how to do this shit. I got to go to Best Buy for him to show me tomorrow how to do this.
Voicemail, press 2.
Yo.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Call back. Joint messed up. You know what I mean? What's the next question? Yo, Unique, is Doo-Wop still alive? Yeah, as far as I know, somebody asked something about him being dead. I didn't hear nothing about that. Come on, man. Doo-Wop official. I watched his new documentary. That shit joint fire. I wouldn't mind whoever did his documentary to do mine. You know what I mean? And Doo-Wop, yeah, he about that life.
That's a question for you. Unique. Yeah. Unique, your views on Dudda's
being in U.S. prison custody of the wiretaps and him never traveling. I mean, that's how they work. You know what I mean? I mean, like I said, the government don't play fair, man. You know what I mean? That's the bottom line. The government don't play fair. So, I mean, anything is expected from them, you know? We got a caller from D.C. Let's see if I get this. Yo.
I have a question for Ears.
All right. D.C. in here. A female got a question for you, Ears. Go ahead, sis.
Okay, hey Ears. So I always wanted to know, because I actually just now like hearing about y'all stories. I wanted to know, have you ever felt what it is that you could have done differently to prevent your best friend death? Like, you know, things happen, deaths happen, and have you ever sat there and like, damn? Because he always, I just listen to the story. It felt like he always is the smart one, the one that was good, the one with that. So do you feel like it was? You just sit there being like, damn, man, maybe I should have told him to sit down, or maybe I should have. Like, have you ever felt that? Like, thought about that?
The only thing I thought of, I told my man before he met the rat, man, take me, don't leave me, Mo. First thing he started saying, why you? It's too much bullshit. It's too much BS going on. Why are you even dealing with him? We good. So he made the decision to deal with him, and I told him, don't leave me. I'm waiting for you. And I waited for him. And I waited for him. He left me anyway. So it wouldn't have been, if I was in the car with him, it would have been played out different. You feel me? So he left me, and he paid for it, and it is what it is. R.I.P.
All right. Caller, what's up? Where you calling from? What's your name?
Is this unique?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, I don't believe it. Unique.
Hello? All right. If you got something to say when you call. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's unique. Of course, I'm on here live. You watching me. You know what I mean? Next question. What's going on? You know what I mean? Let me see. Unique, you ever think about hiding money? I don't think so many people end up with so many millions while you hide a few million. Yo, when you get the money like that, man, remember we was young, man. I couldn't read or write. That was the last thing on my mind. I'm not going to sit here lying to you or play no goddamn games. You know what I mean? That's the last thing on my mind. You know, you think it ain't never going to end. You're never going to get caught. I'm not out there doing nothing to get caught. You know what I mean? So, you know, I didn't think it out there, but that's a damn good question. Hello? Where you calling from? What's your name? What's up?
I just want to ask you, how much did you spend on like clothes, cars, and jewelry?
Millions. I bought cars for $50,000 and put $150,000 in fixing it up, putting wide body kit, stereo, expensive rims on it. You know what I mean? Like I said, there was nobody to guide me. That's why I'm trying to guide the youth now to stay away from the bull crap that I went through.
Okay, wow. All right, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in from Canada, family. All right. Are there still official shot callers in DC and New York? Let me answer that. Listen, we don't deal with shot callers, man. Let's stop that. We don't deal with shot callers. Everybody's a man. Everybody's on man time. You understand what I'm saying? And we govern ourselves. You understand? So it's not nobody tell nobody what to do. We don't roll like that in New York and DC. You understand? Of course, we got big homies like Antone White and Lou Sims and things like that. But it is no shot callers. We know how to conduct ourselves like men. You know what I mean? And stay in our lane and respect others. And if they violate, then we move in. So that's why they keep yelling that, you know, DC this and DC that, because they play no tolerance. You know what I mean? Nobody have money like that, laughing out loud. You think it's not gonna stop. And the shit you save the family end to spending it. You know what it is. I went to jail, man. My family, the same ones I was looked out for, like the same homies I was looking for. They all, you know what I mean? They took what I gave them, what I left with them, and a lot of them said screw me and moved on with their lives and all that. And I came home and just let it ride, man, because like I said, that's a time of my life that I'm not proud of. So, you know, it is what it is, man. Unique, you and Is, that rape stuff, how can people avoid getting targeted for that in jail? Not on some punk stuff but I hear it can get crazy. Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, if you soft, you already know what it is, man. That's why I say don't go to jail. It ain't worth it, because if you ain't cut like that, just like the homie called in earlier was talking about his homeboy, you know what I mean, paying $200 to stay on the compound. Come on, man. If you put yourself in that situation, that's what it is. All right. What's your name and where you calling from? What up, family?
Hey, let me ask you a question, DC. Like a lot of times when we're in the jump, the ones that won't be a shot caller, people look around when they come home, they just check so many people in. Do you think they get nervous or scared? I done check these many niggas in, now I'm home. How you think they feel about that?
Did you understand that question?
You can answer if you need to. You can ask who answer it.
Yeah. All right. Well, when dudes get checked in, they got checked in for doing some fuck shit. You know what I mean? It's not like they got checked in for being on some man time. Because like I said, we all from all the states, Chicago, Louisiana, New York, Chicago, California, we represent men. If you violate, you get checked in. You got checked in, you know you violated. So there's no need for no repercussions, and you wouldn't have violated in the first goddamn place if you knew how to move. You know what I mean? End the story. Just keep it at 100, my nigga. Nigga got checked in. He know he messed up.
Yeah.
Nah, but if you check your homies in for being stand up, then you gotta watch your back. But if you check them in because they violated when they was in the shoe or while they walked in, they know, damn, I screwed up. You know what I mean? Period. So, as a man, you take responsibility. Listen, I got hit in the head with a lock in Atwater. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not even mad at the dude that hit me in the head with the lock. You understand what I'm saying? Because I violated. You know what I mean? If you violate, you wear that. But as humans, every once in a while, we might slip. You understand? But you can't sit here and say, oh, I slipped, but I shouldn't be punished or I shouldn't be disciplined. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why you got to make sure you don't slip so you don't get a lock in your head. You understand what I'm saying? And when you do, you know that either you got it because you deserved it. If you didn't deserve it, then you go back and do what you got to do to that man. You know what I mean? And like I said, come on. My nigga, Unique Mecca Audio, we speak the real over here, man. That's the only reason why I'm staying on this long, because I want y'all to get the real, because I got my real brother up here. You know what I mean? So that, we both telling you what it is from New York and the district. So it ain't just me talking, because like I said, I'm no superhero. I was fooled too. You know what I mean? I just knew how to protect myself from being eaten. You understand what I'm saying?
All right, man. Y'all keep up the good work, man.
Thank you, big homie. I mean, right or wrong is.
Yeah, that's some real shit. No, I'm laughing at this question I just asked me. Is, Branch or Perry coming up? Who was the most feared?
Yeah, let's hear that. Go ahead. I'm gonna go get my black and mild while you do that. All right, answer that. Oh, you ain't gonna answer that? All right, we gonna get another one for you.
I know Branch. Me and Branch are like brothers. We come up like brothers. You know what I'm saying? So he had his name. Everybody had their own doing them. But all who was the feed and all this, I don't know.
It depends who you ask.
Yeah, that's true. So I don't know.
All right, next caller. What's up? You on the line? What's up?
I know y'all is doing this thing, man. I was trying to reach you. Is there anything like some type of programs or something y'all got in the making where y'all can go to these neighborhoods with these youths in the street and maybe to give them another alternative other than being in the street?
That's a damn good question. I'm with a program called Credible Messages with Clinton Lacey in DC. You know what I mean? They also got a branch up here with Tone and my man Joseph Gonzalez. And it's called Credible Messages. Look them up online. There is alternatives that we offering, you know what I mean? And like I said, you could go there to the website and you'll see everything you need to see, or you could DM me and I could guide you further. You know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is. We just trying to let them know that it's nothing to glamorize behind our street cred, you know? And that's the name on the screen, Credible Messengers. All right? All right, family. Thank you for calling in and being respectful, big bro.
And to answer this question on my end, all I do is repost information as far as how to own business, what's the best way to get LLCs. So I repost when I come across information like that, 'cause I got a lot of followers on IG, I just repost it. And hopefully the youngest can take it and go investigate and do it itself.
Okay. All right. So that's where we at. What's the best fields for long-time jail people to go into? Just get a trade while you're in jail, because they offering all types of trades.
Free.
Call, where you calling from and where you at? All right. Canada on the phone. What's up, Canada?
Okay.
Did any close friends or family try to steal money from you?
All the time. Yeah, that's the human nature. They tried to steal it when I was out here and could have lost their goddamn lives because they wasn't thinking. So you know when you're in prison, they're going to try and do it.
Yeah, that's my question.
All right, family. Here's a question for you. As a man now, what advice would you give to your younger self back then? Now I got time to go get me another Black and Mild, because I know you got an answer for that. What would you tell your younger self? You understand what I'm saying? Right now today, from everything you did. We get some good questions in here. So let me pop off.
It is so much. I can't even explain right now and go into details and everything. But the same token, I was blessed by Dre to always have morals and principles instilled in me, far as not to kill over money, females, envy, jealous, etc. All I can give myself now is thank God I made it. You feel me? My best friend didn't, but I did. He living through me right now. And I give anybody, stay out the streets. Don't break law, it ain't worth it. The time don't add up to the crime. You feel me? So that's the best advice I can give myself back then and the youth out there. It ain't worth it. They're giving out football numbers. They hanging us through this jail time. They ain't hanging us through the rope no more on a slave plantation. They hanging us on a legal slave plantation, which is jail. 13th Amendment, second section. You feel me? So they killing us. They hanging us. So don't give them a chance to hang us. They've been killing us. They've been killing us long enough. You feel me? So I say, man, there's a lot of information out there on how to make money legit. As far as amateur, getting contracts with Amazon, get a box truck. I come across information, like I said, I repost it on my social media, so I can get back to the youth and let them know there's another ways and means of getting money. Still he's selling drugs, robbing, going on moves, etc. So just don't break the law. There's other ways to get money. There's knowledge out here now. Information age. Anything you want to know, Google it, look it up. How to get an LLC with no money. Can't hear you, Mo.
Yeah. Now I was gonna say, every morning this brother is send me some positive message on how I can make $2. You know what I mean? And something about our Black history. So you need to follow him at Is the Christ at Instagram. What is it? Tell them exactly. I know I got some underscores in it. Tell them where you at, family.
Is the Christ hyphen DC Finest Gangster.
Is the finest DC's gangster. Is the Christ DC's finest gangster. My bad. Okay, now every morning this brother send me something that I wake up and I look for what it just, you don't even know this. You know what I mean? I look for what he gonna send me every day, because he sent me something on the slave ship and all that. A couple of, like last week, is always something positive, and that's why I wanted him up here, because I know he on the positive time. Now somebody asked me, why I got hit in the head with a lock in that water. I'm gonna tell that. Yeah, it's a funny story. Like I said, yo, we men. That's like I said. I was fooled too. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean. I had my run-ins in the joint. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell that on one of my morning joints where I can give the whole story and go into it, how I played myself, and you know what I mean, and how the whole joint went. So you see that I'm not immune, man. I don't come on here to act like I'm no super nigga. You know what I mean? I'm just letting you know what it is, my nigga. We all been into something. You know what I mean? All of us. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say all of us. You know what I mean? So it ain't like none of us is immune, my nigga. So for somebody to say like somebody's some super nigga, nah, my nigga. You know what I mean? What's your thoughts on mental health? I did a story on my YouTube channel. Y'all need to go back and watch some of them videos I got on there. I did a story on there where I talked about a brother from Chicago named Chuck that had mental illness, but they had him in the population, and it got a vicious twist at the end. I'm not going to tell you the twist, but yes, he did have mental illness, and wound up punishing police and all that, doing like 3 months over his time because he ain't know how to go ask. You know what I mean? Yo, my time is up. Why am I still here? You know what I mean? Everybody share with your friends and family about this channel. One time and peace. You already know that's what this channel is about. Share it with your channel. And I guarantee you, is as positive as this joint is tonight, somebody gonna try and grab one little sound bite and twist it all out of proportion. But
Man,
I learned YouTube, so I only paid no mind. You know what I mean? I want to thank everybody for the Cash App. I will be going to Best Buy tomorrow to improve all these mishaps that we're having one at a time. You know what I mean? So the Cash App is open. Put the Cash App up there so they see it. Did you know Heavy out of Junkyard is?
I know of him. I know of him. He's very popular, the heavy one. I don't know him personally, but I know him.
Yo, you know what I got? I got a video. I got a video with Junkyard performing back in like 87, 88.
Dang.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Where I went in with my camcorder and all that. I just ran across the tape the other day.
Bet. Is MJ dead or alive? MJ alive. I think he alive. He ain't dead. He alive.
So that's where we at. Did Pop hit his own what's that band member?
I don't know. I can't speak on that. I don't know.
All right. Next question. You heard what he said.
What are the conditions at Raybrook today with the understaffed for COs?
Understaffed, man. The conditions for all COs understaffed is messed up. That's why they locking the joints down and using the pandemic for a reason to keep everybody locked in their cell, because they feel that they really outnumbered now, and people is more in prison is more at a desperate time. When I first went into prison in Lewisburg, they had pool tables, ping pong table, foosball, a movie theater. So you could, and this is in the penitentiary. You know what I mean? So now they done took out all of the above I just mentioned and just got dudes walking around with nothing to do. You know what I mean? And the police trying to tell them what to do. And the messed up thing in the prison system is the police they got in there. I'm going to do a video on that too. A lot of things I mentioned, I got to go back through this video and write it down. But the police that they got in there is babies. So picture me, I went in at 29 years old. I do 20 years in prison. You know what I mean? So now I'm 49 years old, getting ready to be 50. And they got a correction officer that they hired that's 19. And he's telling me, you know what I mean, what to do. No, I'm not trying to have nobody baby tell me as a grown man what to do. So that's what's messed up with the prison system now. They hiring these young boys and they putting them, and women, and they putting them around old men and want the old men to look at them as their authority figure. How do you look at an 18-year-old as your authority figure? That's why there's chaos out here now with all the gun violence. You understand what I'm saying? Because they don't look at the elders as authority figures. They look at the elders as a waste of time, you know what I mean? Or in the way, And that's how we look at these young boys, 18, trying to tell us how to do time. when we done been in here 2 decades and they just walking in out of high school, talk about they are our superiors. Next question. Unique is the people who know they ain't getting out want their mind frame like, listen, nobody's thinking that they ain't getting out. If a man is thinking that he ain't getting out, that's a man that gave up. That's a dangerous man. You stay away from that man. You know what I mean? If a man think he gonna die in prison, that means he got nothing to lose. You know what I mean? I let a few things pass. You know what I mean? That prison politics called for me to put the knife in the joker. But if I would have did that, I wouldn't be sitting here on YouTube looking at you right now. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, a strong man. I just had my man up here is Jimmy Fingers from the Poison Clan out of Brooklyn.
Okay.
Jimmy Fingers got 9 life sentences in 300 years. He got 3 life sentences off, so now he got 6 life sentences in 300 years. Then he got the 300 years off, so now he got 6 life sentences. He went in at 22 years old. He been in 28 years, so he's getting ready to be 50 years old, something like that. You understand what I'm saying? He went at 22, he 50 now. You understand? And that man, go watch that video. It's on my channel. You know, it says a man with 9 life sentences in 300 years. But you listen to how that man talk. That's what men of honor talk like. They'll take their last breath fighting before they surrender.
That's right. How do y'all reconnect with the family members and kids who did not want to deal with you due to trust issues? I ain't have that problem because I never lied to my children. And like I said, my sister, my baby mothers always make sure I kept in contact with my children. So I ain't had no trust issues, etc. with my family or children.
Well, I had those same issues that they speaking about. And the way I deal with it is I've been gone 28 years, 26 years. I've been out 2 years. That's 28 years. You understand? No matter how old they was, they over 21 now. If they don't understand the struggle, that means they don't want to understand the struggle. That means they just want to have daddy issues. If you just want to have daddy issues, don't bring those daddy issues to daddy. I'm here when you want me to be a father, and when you want me, you come to me. And I'm going to try and come to you. But if I come to you and you being disrespectful and disrespecting my manhood, I'm going to walk away so I don't have to do nothing to you, because at times I can be violent. You understand? So to not having to put my hands on my child, I just walk away and let them know when you're ready to talk, you call me. You know what I mean? And you give them their space. That's how I deal with it. And I know it might sound harsh when I say I don't want nothing to do with it, because I'm not going to sit there and have nobody disrespecting my manhood, because I was a man before I was a father. You understand what I'm saying? And you're going to respect me as a man before anything else. Because if you don't respect me as a man, you're not going to respect any other men that come in your life. You know what I mean? Just like, you know, dudes dudes that dudes that disrespect their mother, call their mother a bitch and talk crazy to their mother. You know we don't respect those men. You know what I mean? And if you ain't respecting your mother, you definitely ain't gonna respect no woman. So any woman talking to a man that's disrespecting his mother, you a damn fool. That's the biggest red flag. You have to respect your parents. If you don't respect, if a young girl or a young lady don't respect her father, she's not gonna respect you. So don't have no girl with you and she telling you, F my father. He did 26 years in prison. I don't fuck with that. If you want to deal with that, that means that she's not gonna respect you either, because she don't even respect the first man in her life that she came from out of his loins. You know. Next question. How do you make it okay for your loved ones to express a problem without you wanting to take it into the streets? You know what I mean? Answer that is, I got to process that.
It's like this. As you become a man, you got to dictate what goes to the street and what you allow not to go to the streets, whether it's a family member or an outsider or whoever. It's up to you. And this when you got to come in and think for yourself and for the other person and for everybody you love that depending on you to maintain your role in their life.
Yeah. Damn good answer. Next question. How do you make it okay for your loved ones to express a problem without you wanting to take it into the streets? You know what I mean? Answer that is, I got to process that. It's like this. As you become a man, you got to dictate what goes to the street and what you allow not to go to the streets, whether it's a family member or an outsider or whoever. It's up to you. And this when you got to come in and think for yourself and for the other person and for everybody you love that depending on you to maintain your role in their life. Yeah. Damn good answer. Next question. people who know they are getting out, what's their mind frame? Explain that, is.
It depends on the person because everybody I know that got life and double life, they still fight for their life. They still file motions. I'm still sending money in jail for the jailhouse lawyers to file motions. Like I go around and talk to the lawyers for them. I'm doing all that. So everybody I know that got life, they don't consider themselves washed up. They watching the laws. They filing motions. Every little law come out. Reduction come out. Whatever. Crack law, they on it. So it's based on the person though.
Oh, okay, that's a damn good answer. Let me piggyback off that. First of all, Island High, thank you for the Cash App. Appreciate it. Now, the way I look at it is, you know, too many hustlers. What was the question? The last question that you was just answering is, put that back up there, sis.
It was.
What was the question? Is, do you remember, or what was your answer?
They was trying to say that, what if your family member or something don't agree with it and want to take it to the streets? There you go, right there.
Okay, well, if your family member want to take it to the street, they ain't your family member no goddamn more. End of story. If my family member disrespect my manhood, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try and avoid it. But if they push the issue and they want to be treated like a nigga off the street, I'm gonna treat them like a nigga off the street. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it 100. I can't do it no other way. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna disrespect my family member, but I'm not gonna have them disrespect me because I got their blood in me. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to take it to the street, I'm gonna tell you we ain't trying to go there. You get ready to make me go there. Please don't make me go there because you ain't built for what you getting ready to bring out. Leave the animal in the cage, and that's it. You know.
That's this question for me.
Yeah, what's that? What's your thoughts on Tony Lewis still not being released on nonviolent charges after serving over 30 years in prison?
Yeah, you know, it's a shame, you know, but everybody, all the homies and his son, everybody fighting for him to come home. You know, like there's a lot of things. How you give a man life for drugs, no violence? My man Duval Hucks, he got life, no guns, get caught with no guns, get caught with no drugs, and he got life. You know, like the system is jacked up. Like they said, they're killing us. They killing us through the system now. They hanging us through the time. These illegal laws, and they kicked it on us. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, TL still fighting for his life. He got the whole city behind him. You feel me? We gonna keep pushing. We never give up.
All right, and I'm gonna say this: free Kevin Gray. You know what I mean? Free the homie Kevin Gray. Official.
Right.
Yeah. Talk to him.
That's
Tell him who Kevin Gray is.
A triple OG. He been in for a minute. He's still trying to get out fighting, but they blackballing him. They doing him dirty. But guess what? Still family, fighting for him. He fighting for himself. Still got love and support. And it ain't gonna go nowhere because all them good men.
Exactly. I just talked to Kevin Gray a couple of days ago. He in with that McCurry right now. You know what I mean? I just talked to Kevin Gray a couple of days ago. I'm getting ready to do an interview with him on the phone so y'all can hear Kevin Gray speak. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So you know, just let you know I represent the men.
That's
Yo,
right,
caller,
man.
where you calling from? Who you are?
Curtis, Canada.
What's up, Curtis from Canada?
Never know if Flash, Curtis, and I've Jewy. Like, we want to worry about people like phoning around and try to extort you and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, like I said, they out there. There's wolves out there, man. We stepped into the street, so that's a part of the street. That's why we telling the youth, don't step in the street because you ain't trying to be a part of that. Because when a wolf come at you, you're going to have to be a wolf. You're going to lose your life, or they're going to lose their life, or you're going to lose your freedom, or you know what I mean? And that's what it is. So, I wasn't worried about none of that because I didn't care what the consequences was. That's why when I got my life sentence, I just dealt with it. You know what I mean? Because there's rules and codes to this. So when I violated and didn't listen to my mother and father and went on the street, it was what it was. It made me free game, you know what I mean? For prison, death, and wolves. All right?
You ever get robbed or on the street or no?
Nah, I mean, I had people try and rob me, of course. You know what I mean? I had a dude, roll up on me, bust me in the head. I got 2 dudes tried to rob me twice. That's a part of the game. You know what I mean? But like I said, I wasn't slipping, so I made it, you know, and they didn't get shit from me. But yeah, a couple of dudes tried to rob me. They supposed to. That's what they do. You know what I mean?
Hustle. That's their hustle.
Yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat a goddamn thing. I just told you, I'm not immune. Ain't no man immune from that pistol.
At all.
All right? All right, family. You know, like I said, man, I give real answers here, man. I'm human, man. You know what I mean? You know, of course they tried me too. You know, that's what they're going to do. You know? All right, time to call in. Yeah. So, you know, it is what it is. Next one. Peace, Unique, Allah. What needs to be done to reform the plantation system? What need to be done is they need to put people with mental health in mental health institutions instead of just incarcerating them in prison. Because you got a man with mental health issues and then you lock him in a cage and talk about he's in the shoe 23 hours a day and he already has issues. How did he survive when he don't even know how to survive being in the free world? That's how he got locked up. So what they need to do is deal with the mental health issues. They need to train the COs coming in and start putting the young COs amongst the old men and expecting the old men to take orders from a young boy that just learned to tie his shoes and barely know how to wipe his, you know, nose after he sneezes. You know what I mean? All right, where you calling from? Who is it? Or do I got to hang up on you? What's up? Good question or fake question? All right.
This is actually a good question, I think. My name is Joan.
How you doing, Joan?
I'm doing good. I watch your show faithfully. I wanted to know, would you ever do an interview in regards to how life outside of us in the free world, as far as just women and the family members and mothers and things of that nature, what we have to deal with our loved ones being behind the wall, especially those that are behind the wall, not just like a 1 to 3 or 2 to 4, those that actually got that life on the back and we're fighting to actually get them home. But the process of what we actually have to go through with getting the visits and sending packages and on the phone and just the hardship that we have to deal with. Would you ever address, you know, just even a relationship of having a relationship with somebody behind the wall?
Now that you brought it up, I would definitely do that. I would bring a young lady up here that did 20, 25 years with her man, making sure her kids went every week. And when he got transferred across country, she made sure he had money on his books to call home and talk to his kids and made sure the kids sent cards on holidays and birthdays. That's a damn good one. And I would do that just for you, Joan.
Thank you, because I think it's really important. The fact of the matter is we hear the stories, and let me tell you this. My husband actually has 50 to life, okay? He's already been down for 13 years. This is not our first time, you know, but that's neither here nor there. But the point of the matter is, it's not the fact that it's just him going through it, but I have to go through it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have to dumb down myself with my career in regards to I can't tell my colleagues about my husband being in prison and what he's actually alleged in prison for. So a lot of things that we have to fight with, that we don't communicate this with you all about what's currently happening because we don't want to put that additional pressure and stress on you, but it is constant pressure and stress on us because people think, oh my gosh, why would you be married to a convict, or why would you be married to somebody that's alleged, you know, drug kingpin or murderer? Well, that's not the case.
Mm-hmm. And that's a damn good one, sis. I love it. I love where you're going with it. And I'm going to even add on to it. Ain't it crazy that, you know, what time do the prison lock down, let's say?
At 10:18.
Okay, at 10:18. And let's say you went shopping for the kids. You know, the holidays get ready to come up. You go shopping for the kids and you don't get home till 9:30 and you've been at work, picked the kids up, went right to the mall to get the gifts and things like that. And now it's 9:30, but you can't take a shower because you know he's getting ready to call. So now you on institutional time because you got to wait till after they lock him in the call. Because if you go in the shower, you may miss the call for the night.
Exactly, because you know it's that rotating, you know what I mean, system. He's like, hold on, I had to get out of line, you know what I mean? hold on, this person has to go, then I'll have to go next. Because, you know, it's politics of how it actually works in there. So I've even stopped, and I hate to say it, but I've even stopped my life to a certain degree of going out a lot because of the fact of I need to be available when he actually calls because I have to take that 30-minute call. It's not like I can tell him, babe, I'll text you, I'll call you back when I get back home. It's sometimes events I have to step outside to take that call.
See, and that's a good one because I had a lot of females I was dealing with while I was on the inside, and they used to get mad when they say something and I didn't like it and I didn't call back for a week. And they like, man, that's not fair because I can't call you. I have to wait for you to call me. So I had to think about that on the outside, that even though I'm angry, to at least call just to say how you doing. But I'm still angry at you. You know what I mean?
But this is why I'm saying that we need to actually hear more from the women. What about not just the women, but the mothers as well? I mean, here it is. My husband lost his father and his grandmother within the same week. You see what I'm saying? I actually had to be a mother and being the wife as well. You know what I mean? Calling around up to the prison, trying to get to the chaplain, trying to orchestrate, for the the chapel to actually get him to where he needs to be for funeral services. In the meantime, between time, still hold down the household and hold down a 6-figure income.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do, Joan. Take my Instagram. I'm at Unique Mecca Audio, the same name as this channel on Instagram. And I'm going to put a panel of ladies together, that's going through what you're going through so that we could all talk about it. And if Iz would like to come back, he's more than welcome to come back because, as you see, he's very knowledgeable and he do care about the movement.
Okay, and I appreciate it. Only thing is I can't go public because of the job that I actually have. So I have to be behind the scenes. So I apologize.
Okay, so then we'll let you put up one of my Mecca Audio logos for your screen picture. Okay. And then you could talk and you could use any name you want, but we do need the information for the people out there to hear. Okay, sis?
Thank you. And tell Ears, thank you so much. And I was just read about him. I mean, watched him last night. And what's his name? The other guy that's in Curtis Bone or Bone.
Kurt Bone. Good shout out to Kurt Bone. Check him out at YouTube, Kurt Bone TV.
Yes.
That's family.
So good job, guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you. And I'm glad she mentioned Kurt Bone because that's a good brother. Kurt Bone came up, called me. Yeah, excellent brother. He came up, called me. I went and met him, and I took him to one of our cookouts over the summer. And it was a beautiful meeting, man. I've been watching his program. Y'all go check out Kurt Bone TV. He got official info. You know what I mean? And he was Rayful's co-defendant. So if you want to know what happened from the Rayful side, don't ask Is the Christ. Go to Kurt Bone.
That's
you know what I mean? But we don't talk about men. And like I said, whatever they do, they do. We don't pass judgment. We just don't deal with them. You understand what I'm saying? But if they got a message for the youth, then it's a different story. Hold on. All right, caller, where you from and who you is? What up? What up?
Hey, this is Big Land. Hey, what's up?
What's up, Big Land?
Hey, man, and shout out to Ears too out over there, man. How y'all brothers doing tonight?
We doing good, family. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. Just got a quick question, man. I'm from the Midwest, man. And I just got a quick question about the East Coast, man. So what's the difference in the brothers that's in the barrels and the brothers that's upstate, like your Buffalo, your Rochester, Syracuse, and all of that?
You heard him, Iz?
Yeah, I hear him.
You want to answer that? You want me to answer that?
Go ahead, you go first.
Either one of y'all.
Okay. All right. Okay, we from the big cities. He's from DC. I'm from New York City. I'm from Harlem. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So it's like upstate, Rochester, Syracuse is like Suitland, Maryland, Upper Marlboro. Those are more, no disrespect, the suburban neighborhoods. You know what I mean? So you get men from the big cities like DC and New York that try and look down on the brothers because where they from. But like Eric B and Rakim said, it ain't where you from, it's where you at. Because you got men everywhere. Right or wrong, big bro?
That's for sure the truth. Facts.
Right. I actually looked at a program with a couple of brothers from Buffalo, man, and
Oh yeah, most definitely. Let's give a big shout out. Sorry to cut you off. Let's give a big shout out to my man at Chad. Behind what is it? Blood on the Razor Wire. He got a prison talk show too. That's good. So y'all can go check out Chad at Blood on the Razor Wire. You know what I mean? He's a white young man. He does legal work. He helped a lot of brothers get out of jail. He ain't on no racist time. He's from Boston. You know what I mean? But he interviewed people from all over. And just like everybody else, sometimes he might get certain things wrong or certain things right, but he will come on the show and correct whatever it is that he did wrong because he's on man time and he's not trying to put out a false propaganda. So I'm stamping, go look at Chad from behind the razor wire. And if there's something you don't agree with him, he got a Instagram channel. Just like I got an Instagram channel, just like Is the Christ got an Instagram channel. You can bring it to us privately in our DM and we deal with it instead of coming here in the comments and doing the trolling thing, because to me, that's for suckers. You know what I mean? If you ain't gonna tell me my face, you don't need to be trolling. And if you can't see me to tell me my face, you definitely don't need to be trolling. But when you see me, feel free to say what you want to say, and then we deal with what we deal with from there. Whether we work it out respectably as men or we take it to the next level. But hopefully we respect it as men and resolve it as men. You know what I mean? That's where we at. All right, family?
For sure.
All right. All right. Thanks for calling in, big bro. All right. You know, so that's where it is, man. I love this interview with you. We definitely gonna do this again at an earlier time because it's getting late. You know what I mean? Still got 160 people on this end, which really mean 200-300 on the other end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, we doing what we do, man. So it definitely was a success. And you see from the calls that the people that's listening for the right reasons, and you don't see no negative comments up there. Everything is positive and legit. So, man, I honor you, I respect you, and I definitely thank you for coming on here. You know,
it's all good, man.
Yeah. Me and you gonna set up something where we're gonna do an actual DC interview and New York interview instead of just about the prison, but I'm trying to keep it on the prison topic. That's why I let you answer certain things, and certain things that said they're gonna try and grab with and run all over the goddamn place. But that's because they ain't got no content and they looking for something.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You know? Hey, yo, support the big homie Unique and Is the Christ. Hit that like button. You heard what he said. You know what I mean? Hit that like button. But you forgot one thing. Put the Cash App back up that goddamn screen. Put the Cash App back up there. Let them know what time it is. If each person watching give $1 goddamn, I'll be able to get that goddamn camera that I need tomorrow. You know what I mean? So it ain't no big nothing. It's just keeping it 100. So the Cash App is on the goddamn screen, and call it what you want to call it. Tell PBS that they begging, they doing whatever slander that they're going to try and say because a brother trying to get some help to do what need to be done. You know what I mean? But the holidays coming up, so I want to see y'all text. I want to see y'all text. What's his name? The Jerry Lewis Marathon. Even though I think he passed, and tell them that they begging because they asking for help for their channel. You understand what I'm saying? And to make their channel better. No right or wrong, big brother.
Real talk.
You know, when black people do it, it's begging. When white people do it, it's business. You know what I mean? Next question. Is how you feel about all the gentrification in DC? That's a good one. I'm gonna get off the screen so you could get real political on that, because you sent me all that stuff in the morning. So this is on you, big bro. All right.
Man, I'm sorry, like, whew, I'm stuck, but I'm not stuck. It's like this. As you get older, you got to learn to separate truth from falsehood, the BS from the real, and illusions from the truth. No matter what goes on, you got to sit back and know these things for yourself. You know, that's way by learning, by sitting back observing, etc. So, as a person, And also it's like we've been tricked because every city been tricked. And this is what they've been tricked at. All the Euros was out in the county doing this, that, and that. We had this, our people had DC locked and tightened in. But it's a mind thing. We trying to get out the hood, try to give our children a better education. So we took and sold our houses and moved from the city out to suburbs, trying to get our children a better education, get out the hood. And then they turned around while we went out there trying to get our children a better education, better housing, uppity neighborhoods. It was already pre-planned. They took all the Euros, moved them back in the city, raised the prices up high, sky high, whereas though we couldn't afford it as an average brother or sister working. And so that happened in every city. Detroit, all across the world. And that's a trick on us that we got played by. But at the same token, we thought we was doing good because we wanted our best for our children. You feel me? So they say DC ain't the same. You go over Southeast, Northeast, it's not the same. They built it up, did it up, dropped the prices up. Everybody out in the suburbs now, we stuck. $1 million houses in DC. If you ain't keep your house back then, we ain't got no million, 2 million to go back in the city and move up. So everybody been tricked. All thing I can say is these people think centuries, not decades, not years, centuries. And as a people, we got to get up on our consciousness and start spending money with ourselves, build on our own community up. Because everybody doing it except us. We spend more money than any other race, but yet we own nothing. We've been tricked. We got to get back. Don't wake the sleeping giants up. We the sleeping giants. We got to wake up. So that's my aspect of how the city went under and the city ain't the same. Can't hear you, Mo.
Thanks. That's why I love you as a co-host, because you always remind me when I screw up. All right. Hey, but I'm gonna answer that question from a New York point of view with the regentrification in New York. But first of all, Alex, the camera is $600. I'm trying to get a nice Panasonic 4K for streaming that I can stream that's not gonna cut off. Now the brother asked me how much was the camera. You understand what I'm saying? So I just want to let it be known it's $600 for the camera, so that's why I'm trying to rally to get enough money to get this camera. But the regentrification in New York, the way I look at it is when I was in prison, I heard Giuliani first say that word. You know what I mean? Because I'm in prison, I couldn't read it right. I never heard no regentrification. Keeping it 100. Now, the regentrification in New York, Mayor Giuliani started yelling that word, and everybody started panicking and ran with the way the media pushed it. You understand what I'm saying? That they was trying to push us out, but they wasn't pushing us out. They was preparing us for what they was getting ready to do. And what they were preparing us for what they get ready to do was to take over those same buildings that was burnt out from drug wars, turf wars, and just abandoned by slumlords that was taken over by rats. And the inside was falling apart, but the structure was still secure because it was made by brick. You understand what I'm saying? So they were just letting us know that we getting ready to take over these buildings because Mayor Koch was giving away them buildings is for $1. All you had to do was
be more too, yeah.
All you had to do was show that you had enough money in the bank, you know what I mean, in order to invest in the building. And they didn't want no whole bunch of money, 50,000, 100,000 in the bank, and you could have bought those buildings. I dropped the ball. I should have bought a lot of those buildings. I take responsibility for that. Is dropped the ball. He should have bought a lot of those buildings, but we didn't know. We was young dudes that they dropped tons of cocaine in our neighborhood, made it easy accessible to us, and our mothers that couldn't pay the light bill, not mollifying it, in psychological terms, meaning to try and make the irrational rational, to try and justify wrong. So I'm not justifying me or is the Christ or anyone else from the crack era, wrong by saying that our mothers was broke and we had to go sell drugs for that, which was the reason, but we could have went and got an education in order to do that. But we chose to come off the porch and do it the fast way, led us to prison to do slow goddamn time. 26 years for me and a dime for my man on one bid, and I think he said 7 for the other. So they were just letting us know we get ready to come take these buildings, and what we're gonna put more. Giuliani put 100,000 police on the street to make sure that the neighborhoods were safe enough. And once Magic Johnson opened up that movie theater on 125th Street, Starbucks saw it, they could come in there without getting robbed or burnt out like they did Woolworth back during the civil rights movement. So therefore, CVS came, Walgreens came, PC Richards came. You understand what I'm saying? Walmart, and all that shit came in the hood because they saw that it was money there. So Giuliani was never trying to get rid of the blacks. And I know this is the first time y'all hearing this. He was never trying to get rid of the blacks to move into whites, because you still need the blacks to work these plantations. And that's what CVS is. That's what Walgreens is. That's what PC Richards is, and all of that. They still needed the poor people to be physical laborers in these places. So they wasn't trying to get rid of us. They were just letting us know that they get ready to rebuild this joint, raise the rent, and bring their own in. So don't complain because you didn't buy it and made affordable rent for your people. So now that we made it where the rent is affordable for our people at $7,000, you know what I mean, a month rent, or $300,000 for a studio on Bradhurst. Bradhurst was a burial zone when I was out there. That's where they used to put bodies. Dudes used to argue over, buildings back then. You know what I mean? As far as, building 235 is my building. Don't put no bodies in my building, my nigga, because I ain't trying to have the police give me your body. That's how vicious it was. And those same buildings now, they selling studio apartments for $300,000. Yeah. So we dropped the ball. That's regentrification. You understand what I'm saying? So, that's what it is, man. I'm trying to answer all the questions. I'm giving y'all more time than enough. I appreciate the people that gave me a cash app. I am trying to get that camera. Any help that I can get is appreciated. You understand what I'm saying? Just keeping it 100. Does your cash app have a KIR in the circle?
Yeah, it's gold. Yeah, gold. Yeah, white shirt with gold. Yeah.
There you go. This is what I'm talking about. Show the brother some love. You understand what I'm saying? We up here, we try to do what we got to do, and it is what it is, man. Ain't nobody disrespecting nobody. We just trying to bring y'all the best content. We're probably going to start his YouTube after he see how comfortable he is up here looking good. You know what I mean? And whatever help he need, I'm here for him.
Everybody that, but I ain't on it right now.
But when you ready, I'm here, big bro. Who is this? Where you calling from? Big shout out to Lexington, North Carolina. Speak up, big bro.
Look, did you run into any official dudes out of Raleigh, North Carolina that's out still continue on working with the youth?
Not yet, my brother, keeping it 100. But if there is any, I'm here. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm up here in the New York area and the DC area. You know what I mean? So, I'm just dealing with what I know right now. But anybody that's trying to do something, as you see, we trying to make a move. We making a difference over here at Unique Mecca Audio. So the haters is going to come soon. So just know where the haters come. You already know that's all it is haters. But we here, and you can see from the comments, the phone calls, that we are making a difference. And if I get one, to put that gun down, that might be the one that would have killed our family member or loved one.
Exactly, and that's what it's all about, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's all about, because we ain't going to stop it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I'm looking hard. I wanted to link up with people in my area.
Well, just hit me on the DM. I will reach out to my resources, because I met people in Virginia, Maryland, you know what I mean, North Carolina that is doing things. And if that's what you're trying to get into, I'll find somebody in your area, because I got my brother Bootsy down there that's getting ready to start what they call it, a halfway house, as far as from when people get DWIs and things like that, they could go there and get the training they need, that they could show the court to prevent them from going to jail. Big shout out to my man Bootsy at Instagram at I am Bootsy. All right.
All right, bet.
All right. You in Raleigh? Where you said you at in North Carolina?
No, I'm in Lexington.
Oh, you're in Lexington.
I'm from Raleigh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my man is in Raleigh. Okay. Well, hit me up and I'll find somebody for you, big bro.
All right, bet. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for calling, big bro. All right. All right. Question on the screen. A lot of these killings is over revenge. How do you get over someone who murdered someone you love? You could answer that first, big bro.
It's like this. When it happened, you want revenge yourself. At the same token, it might don't end up that way. You might have to take a back seat, let it play out, and the streets will take care of them. You feel me? And I'm still mad at myself for not getting revenge for my best friend. But God really wanted meant that be that way. I've probably been in jail right now with life. You know what I'm saying? So the streets took care of them. So sometimes you got to eat it. It hurt me to this day, but it is what it is.
Okay. Somebody asked me, Brown 1334 said, Unique, you heard of Nanan Williams? He has been down 30 years for a crime he didn't commit. He's been on death row as well. Look him up. Great story if you could bring his case to light and get him home. Well, I tell you this, get his family members or friends to reach out to me and I gladly do it. 9 times out of 10, he's in the state because the federal death row is in Terry Hutt. And if he was there, I would know him because I know a lot of brothers in Tompkins, you know what I mean? Illinois, that's the new death row, you know, where they at. But I'll be more than honored to help anyone bring light to, you know, their loved ones that's locked up. Feel free to reach out to me. You know, I'm here. I got good brothers like this, you know what I mean? Ears to Christ. And we trying to do what we could do to bring spotlight to everybody, man. You know what I mean? Did you always have to keep a gun on you? Hell yeah, I kept 2 guns on me. A Smith & Wesson and a Glock 9mm with an infrared beam. Both of them had infrared beams because you got wolves out there. You know what I mean? But that don't mean I'm out there looking for problems. That just mean I could solve them. You know what I mean?
That's for sure.
The crack era robbed many families of those same homes that are now selling for millions. Many families lost these homes due to foreclosure because they could no longer pay the rent. Okay, the crack era just mean a poor era. Let's get that right. But I hope you ain't trying to blame the crack dealers for that, because if they couldn't pay their rent, that was their business. You understand what I'm saying? I couldn't pay my rent. My mama couldn't pay her rent, so I hit the street. Not justifying it, but just letting you know what it is. So I hope you ain't trying to insinuate that the crack era did that. No, the crack era didn't do that because there was still jobs out there. We was just foolish enough not to try and get those jobs. You know what I mean? So next question, you know? Sharon, what did Sharon say? The one you just had up there. Okay, deep talk, you and me. Sheldon Sean. Thank you, family. How many books? Yo, I read a lot of books. I couldn't read when I went in jail. So the first book I read was Donald Goins, Donald Writes No More. You know what I mean? And he had plenty of books, you know, that I read later, like about 16 books, Dope Fiend, Horse Son, you know, street novels, which led into the urban era, you know what I mean? That Wahida Clark, big shout out to Wahida Clark, you know what I mean? What's that other girl name? Is real good. She just Nikki Turner, you know what I mean? These are sisters that you need to support their books, you know what I mean? But those books helped me through a lot. You know, but after I read those books, because they was easier to read and comprehend, then I started reading, don't laugh at me, Jackie Collins. You know what I mean? Jackie Collins, like Hollywood Housewives, Hollywood Kids, Hollywood Husbands, Chances, all that glitters. You know what I mean? Master of the Game, I read all of those books. Then I went over to learn about history, and a good author, if you want to know about history, like dealing with the Ethiopian time, or about when ships was the means of transportations, when they had pirates and things like that, and gold mines in Africa. Then we had Wilbur Smith. You understand what I'm saying? If you want to be scared at night for a couple of chapters before you tuck it in with your life sentence, then you got yourself a Dean Koontz. You know what I mean? If you want a little action suspense, then you got your Sidney Sheldon. As you see, I read a lot of books while I was down. Big shout out to Carl Weber too. I love Carl Weber. And my man, let's not forget, rest in peace, Eric Jerome goddamn Dickey. You know what I mean? Next question. Yeah, DP said Horse Song was a hell of a book. You're right, DP. Unique. Do you know Harold Cummins, who had a lawsuit on ADX? Nah, I don't know Harold Cummins, but being that you mentioned ADX, when I was there, they got a courtroom in ADX is. You know what I mean? And they were the first ones to try and do video visits, but the only reason why that closed down is because under the Constitution, you're allowed to have your peers come in to and view the trial. I mean, anybody could come in and watch a court proceeding. And ADX, being it was a Supermax, always locked down, they wouldn't let anyone in, you know what I mean, to come represent the families that they was doing these videos visit with. So it closed. ADX also, they had a lot of people rallying saying it was cruel and inhumane punishment. And for that, again, I want to say welcome home to the big homie, the captain, Matula Shakur, getting ready to come home. He just got granted parole last night. I talked to his son, Talib. I'm going to bring Talib up here to do a joint on Matula Shakur. But that's how we move, man. You know? Man, I wish these youngins out here would sit and hear this. They making the same mistakes. We need y'all talking this. Like I said, y'all got to make them sit down and talk. You know what I mean? Y'all got to do that. Sheldon Pierre, I'm gonna hit the Cash App so you get the camera upgrade. Thank you, big brother. I definitely need that. You know what I mean? All right, that's what family do. All right, next one. Talk about Serrano's versus DC.
Like I said, I can't speak on the penitentiary, the high mediums. I'm a low in the camp dude, so a lot of that wasn't going on where I was at. Thank the man upstairs. So I ducked off. So,
well, a lot of that was going on where I was at, and what it was is Serrano on man time, DC on man time, and men is gonna have disagreements and they're gonna clash. But in the prison, it ain't no goddamn fist fight. It's pushing that knife. So
right.
Could you imagine arguing over the phone with another man, and you got to get your knife to resolve it? And you got 20 dudes on 20 dudes with knives. And it depends where you at. You know what I mean?
That's right.
It was when Bill Clinton left office, him and his wife rented the whole top floor, or the whole top floor of the Adam Clayton building on the 25th Street. That's when Harlem started to change. Yeah, but check into that. You might be right, family. Like I said, I don't possess to know everything because I was in prison. But at the same time when they did that, Magic Johnson Theater was open. You know what I mean? If I'm wrong, correct me. You know what I mean? But I remember that Magic Johnson went up in there because I didn't like it, because Magic Johnson went on 125th Street and Hype Williams put out Belly. And when he put out Belly, Magic Johnson refused to play it in his movie theater in Brooklyn and in Harlem. You know what I mean? And that's why Belly didn't do as good in the box office, because it was limited to the theaters it was allowed to be in, because a black man did it. They labeled it as violent and excessive. But when they did Scarface and Goodfellas and Godfather, alhamdulillah, that was good. But now you got black men talking about black people, and now it's a problem. They don't want to show it in the movie theaters because they really don't want the black man to get the money or the word to get out there what's going on. But here it is in 2022, and you can't listen to a rap set record without them calling a female a B. You know what I mean? Or the brothers calling each other the N-word, or, you know, kill your ops, shoot your ops. But yet they had a problem with Belly. You know what I mean? But they playing all that on the radio, and it's inciting all of this because I remember and I know you remember this, and my older people remember this that's watching, when a dude in Texas, I think it was, he got pulled over for shooting a state trooper in Texas, and he said he did it because he would listen to Tupac music, and it influenced him into shooting the cop, and they tried to bring Tupac up on charges.
Right.
You know what I mean? My brother has been locked up 15 out of 20 years. God bless my brother, Jordan. They're trying to give my brother 3 strikes life right now. Yeah, that's what they do.
He must be on the West Coast. I thought they done away with that 3 strikes in Cali.
Y'all, let me give y'all some history. And this is why I deserve a cash app, because I'm giving y'all information you don't know, because I was in the belly of the beast and I met brothers under this. Do you know that Walter Johnson, King Tut out of Brooklyn, was the first person in New York to be locked up in federal court for 3 strikes law? And that's what he's in jail now for, 3 strikes, because the crime that he carried was really a state charge, but they boosted up to say it was over $500. You know what I mean? And made it a federal charge, then brought him in federal court, and then used that and his past convictions to give him life. And I'll tell you why later. You know what I mean? On another joint. But like I said, there's tons of information up here. I done been through it, man. You know what I mean? And it's a pleasure to share it with you. But like I said, that camera costs goddamn money. Use that cash app. And thank you to everybody that used that cash app. You know what I mean? Keep it 100. Hit that like button, goddamn it. So lack of jobs wasn't why your generation didn't go to the streets. Nah, I mean, a lack of jobs is why a lot of us went to the streets. Yes. Yeah, the lack of job didn't prevent us. That pushed us to the streets. You know what I mean? And then we thought we was too big to take certain jobs. You know what I mean? Like they complain about the Mexicans coming in, and the Mexicans coming in doing the work that the American people don't want to do. How many Americans gonna go pick oranges in California or oranges in Florida for the sun-kissed state? You know what I mean? But they have a problem with them coming in. Double R, what up, son? All over New York to the West Coast, black men took out their own. Can't blame the supplier. They didn't force you, just use you. Your key word, they just used us because we knew no goddamn better. And no one is blaming the supplier, my brother. You never heard me say I'm blaming anyone for anything, because each man do whatever he choose to do, because we have choices in life. I had a choice to go to school. I chose to hit the goddamn streets. I screwed up. I'm trying to tell the youth, don't screw up like I did and make the same screwed up choices that I made. You know what I mean? So let's get it right, big brother. But thank you for your comment, Uppity Negro Goddess. That's a pleasure. I love that comment. But yes, you said, no, that wasn't hard. That was it. You're moving the questions too fast. Let me finish the answer before you bring them up. All right. But that, you know, for whoever made that comment, because they took it off. Yeah, that was Uppity Negro Goddess. Thank you, sis. Let's see her other question. You know, very good question. But black men and the only men outside the prison who don't have unity is nobody's fault. All the high value men do it legally, and Pookie and Ray, white men, don't do that to each other. Hold on. Let's get this right. And I love your comments, sis. And if you want, you can hit me in the DM. I like to bring you up here and have a real healthy debate with you, because like what you're saying right there, you know, I don't agree with, but we could agree to disagree. Because don't forget, we started out with slavery where they started separating us, where they took the dark people and put them in the fields. They put the light people and put them in the house. You know what I mean? To have the house, what they call niggas, and then you have the field niggas. So now the dark people looking at the light people and saying that they kiss ass, they suck ups and all that, because they up in there under the fan getting steaks and things like that. That's where pimping came from, Uppity Goddess. You know what I mean? Pimping came from the black man in the field all day working. He got a pretty light-skinned woman. They move her up in the big house. The master screwing her, having sex with her. And at the end of the night, they allow her to bring back the leftover steaks or whatever. So the man went to a teller, which is pimping her. Man, go on up in there and give him some good head so you can bring me back some of that steak, because I killed that cow in the field earlier. So let's get that right, sis. But thank you for your comment. A lot of places I have been, New Jersey and New York, cars stuck together. Most definitely New York and New Jersey cars stuck together. And when you go out west, I don't know if you know, you got DMV. You know what I mean? What's that? DC, Maryland, and Virginia. You understand? That's what they call the DMV call. That's when all of them come together. But when they're on the East Coast, they don't, you know, they might have a Maryland call, or this call.
Right.
But when you go out West, we got to come together to make our numbers stronger. You know what I mean?
Show.
Now I didn't get that yet. Send the seed. Send you send what's that? Sent you, got that. Now I didn't get the Cash App yet, big brother, but thank you. You know, Sheldon Scene. You know what I mean? Unique Law, peace, God. I did 22 years, came home 2016, feels great. Exactly. I did 26 and it feels great. You know what I mean? I love to be able to help the people that's on here that, you know what I mean, that have their questions or, you know, had their fantasies that prison was a bed of roses and it ain't nothing to do time. I'm telling you, I cried plenty of goddamn nights in that goddamn cell. It might not have been physical tears, but it was emotional tears looking at pictures with my son in his football uniform and I couldn't hold him, or my daughter at her graduation. Ears, did you live in any other hood or Trinidad born and raised?
Trinidad born and raised.
All right. If your wives or children's moms, white, black, or women of color, I don't think that really matters. But no, mine's is black because there ain't nothing to hide. You know what I mean? But the reason why is because where I was at listen, I come from Jamaica to Jersey to Brooklyn to the Bronx to Harlem to DC to Philly, you know what I mean, to Delaware to Virginia, you know, to North Carolina to South Carolina. I even went down to Atlanta and Miami. I played the whole East Coast. Everywhere I played, it was in the hood. It wasn't no white people in the hood when I was out there. You know what I mean? It wasn't no white women. It wasn't no white men. I'll come back to Harlem. We got white men, white women, and Chinese men and women walking dogs 3 o'clock in the morning on Bradhurst. When back then, to walk down Bradhurst, I'm an official nigga. I'm keeping it 100. But to walk down Bradhurst, I walk down Bradhurst with my pistol in my hand. That way they know what's going on. And when they look and they see me, they be like, oh, what's up, big homie? I ain't know that was you. Because you got dudes that knocked out all the street lights where it was pitch black. And, you know, they was robbing anything that came down there to get that drugs. So if I walked down that block, I had my pistol in my hand. So the moral of my statement is that there was no white people around for me to have sex with to make a baby mama. You know what I mean? And I'm going to tell you straight up, I never even had sex with a white woman. Can't a white woman come on here until you ever had sex with her? You understand? And I'm not racist. I don't have an issue with them. And if I wasn't married, I would. You know what I mean? So it's not about the race. You understand what I'm saying?
I got like 3 different nationalities, baby mothers.
I got different nationalities, but white wasn't in our neighborhood, in the neighborhoods I went in. Because when I went to DC, it wasn't no white women around Southeast when I was out.
Now
you know what I mean?
Now
they are. You know what I mean? When I went down to Norfolk, you know what I mean? When I went in Cary Park and Lincoln Park, and you know what I mean? It was only black people living in them joints. You know what I mean? All right.
Okay.
Uppity Negro Goddess. Okay, just checking. Yes, sis. Like I said, I love and welcome your question. It was excellent and to the goddamn point. You know what I mean? But let me see where else. All right. So this is where we get ready to tap out. There's no more questions. I done been up here damn near 4 goddamn hours. I was on another 15 minutes, but y'all got way more than enough to go look back at. This is share this with the youth to help them, to prevent them from thinking that, you know, we some hell of a niggas. And like my sister just did, there goes the goddamn Cash App. All right? Right or wrong is.
That's support.
You know what I mean? What they told us growing up is the game is to be sold, not told. Right or wrong, my nigga?
That's real shit.
The game is to be sold, not told. Y'all think you get everything for free on YouTube, but then you go on PBS and you want to put a donation in NBC and CBS. Come on, my nigga. We don't do that. You know what I mean? Unique law, peace. Knowledge, God. But I'm about to tap out, man, before they start rolling back in because I'm getting hot. I'm getting tired. You know what I mean?
It's been 4 hours. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me on here, man. And I'm glad I can shed some light to the people out there.
Well, tell them your Instagram again and where they can find you, big bro.
Is the Christ -DC Finest Gangsta. That's my Instagram, my YouTube. Like I said, go check my videos out, like, subscribe. Any personal questions, any uplifting questions, business questions, credit questions, inbox me on IG. I might don't get to you right then, but I'm gonna get to you and I'm gonna answer your questions.
All right. So we accessible.
Right.
All right. Yes, but uppity Negro goddess, definitely DM me. I like where you at, with your questions and where your mentality is at. But I definitely, need to really enlighten you on, on the other side, how, us, not uppity Negroes, just regular Negroes think. You know what I mean? With sense,
That's right.
Yeah, but I love your questions and thank you very much for tapping in, man. You most definitely appreciate it. And definitely subscribe, whoever didn't subscribe, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And like I said, thank y'all for the donation. It's bringing me closer to this camera. You're more than appreciated, you know what I mean? And definitely get the book. Definitely get the book. Like Uppity Goddess said, Aurora in Harlem. You see how I screwed my life up. The young boys love it because they got all that gangster stuff in it. My man Cavario edited it, but none of this was worth it, man. And I'm telling you this out my mouth. All right?
That's right. True real. True fact.
Or the white boys from the Boston car really crazy. I mean, I ain't gonna say they crazy. I mean, we all crazy when you put us in a goddamn cage. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna pick out or signify no one race. You know what I mean? So that's where we at. But thank you, as you see me closing out with 200. You know what I mean? People up here. You know what I mean? But I've been on here long enough. I'm an old man, man. We'll support both the homies. Is the Christ. Yeah, thank you, G Walls. That's appreciated. All right. So we tapping out. One.
Man, love y'all. Be safe.
All right.
Appreciate